London is
In the chaos, private armies have taken the streets, and organised crime has grabbed the whole city by the butt.
Faces on, guns out.
You need to build a resistance. Recruit anyone in the whole city. Welcome to the Resistance.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Late Night Siege episode. Of course, TGIF, it is Friday. Joining me as always is Devmarta. How are you tonight, man?
Very good, yeah, Raven. Keen on to jump in. We've got Mute Protocol this week we can dive into, and we have another guest.
Yes.
Stryder, hello. Thank you very much for joining us.
Hey guys, nice to be on.
So Stryder, you are a pro Rainbow Six player. It's been a while since we've actually had a pro player on here, but you play for the Pittsburgh Knights, which is an Australian team. Pittsburgh, not actually relevant to where you guys are from. You guys recently participated in the Six Major and actually had a really good run. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I mean, we got into it because of our third place standing in the Oceanic Cup, which was quite surprising at the least, and so that qualified us for the major. And then we beat Okami in our semi matchup, which took us to the grand final against Wildcard, and we lost 1-3 against them. So all up, came second in the major. Very, very happy with the team's effort.
Yeah, I have no doubt, Stryder. It's actually phenomenal the way you guys played and where you got to. I really enjoyed the entire journey. But speaking of journey, I mean, maybe tell some of the viewers a bit more about yourself. How long have you been playing Rainbow Six and where did it all start for you?
Well, it started back in late 2017. I was finishing my year 12 in the middle of the HSC. If you're in New South Wales, you know what that is. And I got a message from a player called Crude. He was asking me if I wanted to come and play competitively because he thought that my ranked kill death ratio was pretty good. Yeah, I wouldn't advise to copy his methods of fighting people, but he ended up letting me join the team, and he saw something in me. And so I played under the name of Taboo for about a year until I decided to leave teams with Dino, and we went and joined a Challenger League team from Pro League, and that was Acme with Stigs, Hills, and Hayward. And I played under that for pretty much until today. We've gone under different names, Homeless at one stage, and now we're on the Pittsburgh Knights. So yeah, that's pretty much been my journey for a long 3 years, and excited to see what the future has.
So you've been a pro player for 3 years, playing across teams with, you've gone from like playing on teams that have like no support. You know, when you guys were under the name Homeless, you didn't have anyone supporting you guys. Now you're on the Pittsburgh Knights. You've got a big organization behind you guys. You've got a team that's second place in the entire of Oceania. That is a huge journey. And you guys, you specifically, I think, Stryder, have come a long way. Does it feel like that? Does it feel like you've had a real journey to get here?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the biggest leap was definitely leaving from a Pro League team into a Challenger League team. That's a risk, right? Like, you're throwing away everything with the hope that you'll be able to build it all back up one day. And individually, I've definitely improved. I've been playing my best game over the past year compared to when I first started. And it's been such a long journey to pretty much work something out of nothing. Like, I think our team is a really good story to show that all you need is just 5 dedicated players and a bit of drive, and you can get anywhere.
Yeah, it's funny that you just brought that up, because I was thinking back to when I spoke to you and met you for the first time at the Burnt Horizon event almost a year and a half ago, and speaking to you and Dino, and that's when you were telling me about you guys joining Acme or whatever the team was called at the time. And you said, yeah, like, you think there's potential in the team and you guys are in it for the long run there. And now look, yeah, just seeing like the result that you guys have just had with the 6 major for Oceania, it's pretty nuts. And it's a great sign of showing that you can start from at any point and you can really, if you put the work in, you can make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely required us to put the work in. We've always been noted as the underdog along the way, and it feels good to kind of show people who we really are.
So what is your role in the team? Can you explain a bit of like, are you the captain? Are you've been in the team since its inception, or did you join late? What do you do as a part of the team? What is your role?
Yeah, I feel as though ever since Stig's left, who was our IGL, it's definitely become a lot more of a flexible role, but I'm still at heart a support player, so I'm not going to be the person running the Zofia and running in and getting that first frag. That's not my job. But my job is definitely to have the drone in front of that first guy. So what's common is that people won't see my impact for around most rounds, like I'll be playing hard breach or something. But as a support player, you'll actually see a lot of my teammates excel, and I like that role, because when my teammates are playing well, that's usually when I'm playing well, is it's kind of working behind the scenes. Rounds happen quickly and they don't realize it's because there's been a drone in a really nasty spot the whole round.
This is a great point. Yeah. Something that we get, me and Raven casting all the time. We're always talking about the players who are running around getting all the kills, right? But it's much harder as a viewer to appreciate the things that go on from your support players who are, by definition, supporting those players who are making the impact plays. And arguably, having a drone in the position to enable a teammate to get a kill is as important as the teammate who goes and gets that kill. And that's why I'm really excited that we have you tonight, not only to chat to you and pick your brain in this sense, but also we're going to actually go and dive deep into one of your matches, the one where you guys upset over Okami, which was huge. And being a support player, you've got that kind of step back view over the game, and I think that that's a great reason a reason that why you'll be so great at explaining what's happening during the VOD. So I'm really looking forward to that a bit later.
Yeah, it's interesting when kind of diving into these kinds of things, because a lot of people may not understand the kind of the role of support player, and then when they see their favorite star gunners try out ranked or even casual, they just get destroyed. I mean, it's a different kind of play style, but when you haven't got someone to support them, it's just relying on fragging power. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to analyzing our game on Cafe against Okami.
Yeah, me too. And look, I can totally connect with the whole support player positive vibes, because back in my day, which feels like a very long time ago, I was kind of like flex support. Often I was one of the droners, and it always felt so much better to me helping plays connect and helping fraggers get frags from a drone and having really good communication. That always felt better to me than actually getting frags myself. It actually feels so good.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, it wins you rounds.
100%. Yeah, it's one of the things I was saying the other day when I was just playing some ranked. That's all I have these days, just running around with my ranked, and it's fun. And I treat it like I'm playing in the World Cup or whatever. Like, I treat it like it is serious stuff,
Man, I gotta keep that elo.
Exactly. So I mean, what I was saying is, like, if I'm the guy who sets up a drone in the preparation phase that calls out a player is flanking in the last 30 seconds, and we kill that player and we win the round, like, that is the best feeling ever. And if I die in the first 10 seconds of the round because I got spawn peeked, and I spend the rest of the round on drones, like, the rest of my team is playing an FPS, I'm playing a strategy game, like, that is my favorite feeling ever. And by the smile on your face, Stryder, I know exactly that you relate to that.
Oh, well, I don't know about getting spawn killed.
Well, I definitely know what that's about.
But yeah, it makes such a difference when you have like intel and you're just coordinating things. Even against high level teams like Wildcard, intel just wins you games, man. Like, there's such a clear cut difference with teams that don't have intel. Our game against Okami, we were on top in terms of intel. So I'll be trying to break down what we're doing. Maybe not too much. Give away all our trade secrets, all my drone spots. I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of excitement, I was just going to quickly say there's been an exciting teaser lately in the Rainbow Six world of Shadow Legacy with Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell. Did you guys see that on Twitter?
I did.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean it's a bit funny these days because obviously everything's working a little bit differently with the majors working slightly differently, and last season we had that revealed in a slightly different manner to what had been happening in previous seasons. It's the same again here for Year 5 Season 3. I'm so excited. I know that aside from the fact that we've already got teased that Sam Fisher is the next operator, not only do we have that, but we also have all of these like Twitter comments from all these content creators and pro players, like suggesting that this season is going to be amazing. I know JB, who's the lead game designer on Rainbow Six, he tweeted out something like, "You have no idea what's coming for this season," and that just makes me so excited. So if you want, we can jump in, watch the Shadow Legacy trailer, and come back and maybe talk a little bit about it as well.
Yep. Look, if his gadget.
Sorry, I'll let you go first. Finish that.
If his gadget is what it is in Mute Protocol, then we're done for. That's it.
Well, we can touch on Mute Protocol later. Let's watch Sam Fisher then.
You should know better than to write me off. Consider this a teaching moment.
That is Operation Shadow Legacy Year 5 Season 3. It said full reveal August 16th. That is very, very, very close to now. So in just 2 days, you guys will get the whole lowdown. And yeah, get to see what Sam Fisher, or Zero, as he seems to be going by these days, is going to bring to the table in Team Rainbow. I'm really keen for that. I am a massive Splinter Cell fan. I admit I didn't play the original one, but I played a bunch of Conviction and Blacklist, which were like the reboots in the last few years. I played a lot of that, and a lot of fun. Got attached to the character Sam Fisher. Really excited they've got him on side.
Yeah, me too. Just seeing that trailer again gets me super excited, and like you said, it's only a few days away until that full reveal, which is really cool. So of course, everybody should be keeping an eye on all the socials for the exact timing of that, because you definitely don't want to miss out. There's a lot of big stuff in store.
Well, guys, if you want, we can jump into the VOD review, the match analysis. Do you guys want to do that? Is there anything else you want to touch on first?
I think we can. Yeah,
all right. Now we're going to be trying something a little bit new today. As you can see, we've got this fancy new overlay, and we're using a lovely piece of software, which I have personally not used before, but Raven and Stryder both have. It is called Q.GG. And what this means is we can actually draw all over the match. It's a bit of a telestrator kind of deal. And yeah, who's yellow? Is that Stryder, or is that you, Raven?
No, that's me. That's me.
So we can draw over stuff. There you go. Oh, look at that. You're a sweetie pie, Stryder. So we're going to go over Cafe. Now, Stryder, why did you choose this particular map? Because this is actually map 2. You guys already beaten Okami on map 1. Why did you choose this one?
Well, Cafe is just one of our stronger maps. We just doesn't really matter what Okami have on the board. We wanted to take him to it, and we wanted to be a bit creative with our bans, as we'll see in just a second, because we knew that was going to really hurt them and their playstyle. So we just went on the attack.
Awesome. I like that. I think that Knights, your team, is known for being one of those ones that likes to kind of rip the rug out from under the enemy's feet and really take that aggressive play style. And that's one of the reasons why I think you guys are super fun to watch. And as a reminder for everyone, this is a really important match. This is to qualify for the grand final, in which you've got 6 invitational points on the line and a hefty amount of prize money. This is a super important match. And Okami were the clear favorites. If I'm not wrong, Stryder, every time you guys had faced Okami in the past, you had lost. Am I wrong in that?
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was going to be a game for us to prove that we could beat them more than anything. It was always in the back of our minds, but we had done enough prep against these guys to feel as though this was going to be the match where we're going to turn things around.
Awesome, cool. So how are we going to do this? We're going to start playing, and then Stryder, Raven, if you guys have anything to bring up, I don't know if you guys can pause it. I haven't used the software before, but if you guys can't pause it, just let me know. We can pause it and draw stuff on. Let's jump into it. Just as a reminder to viewers, yes, drops are available. So if you're watching, this will contribute to the drops. So there you go. It's done and dusted. Please stop asking. All right, let's dive into it. Stryder, you said the bands were notable here. What was kind of your thought process here?
a pretty standard ban on Thatcher that Akami did, like, it's like meta at the moment.
So this is where it gets surprising then, is it?
It gets spicy.
Yes, I can already tell why you would do this.
Nomad, I feel as though shouldn't be too unpredictable for a team like us. We don't like being put in a box. That's not too spicy, but definitely the Wamai ban is the spicy one. With Wamai off the shelf, it all of a sudden means that taking control of Pixel in piano is so much easier to do, as we'll see in just a second. Because the Capital bolts don't get picked up by the ADSs. So if they decide to chuck a Jaeger there, we're always going to have the Capital to try and flame the person out. So it just means that we've got a lot more time on attack to set up and kind of do our thing, not let Akami waste time at all.
So
just get straight to the point.
So already, I mean, you've kind of made the game on your terms by banning out that Nomad, which her air jabs would usually make it so it's much harder to flank and get aggressive. And you guys wanted to play aggressive, so you banned that. And then the Wamai, again, like you're saying, it means that you can clear out a lot of these defender positions much better. And you mentioned the Capital. Now, Dino's already bringing. Is this like a pivotal part of your strategy here?
Oh yeah, definitely. Capital is that operator that's going to be the person to take care of Pixel. And I feel as though banning Nomad, that Akami don't really use Nomad aggressively, more like Wildcard would. They like to kind of box you in rooms so that you can't even just like exit a room or something, but they would just use it to watch flanks, just like on a doorway or something. And so with the Nomad band, it forces them to actually use a drone. And drones you can shoot, but air jabs you can't. It depends where you put it. So it just gives us more options. They have to be a bit more on their toes.
So this here, and I don't know if you guys know whether I can I like jump forward 5 seconds or anything like that? We've got this forward button. Ooh, there we go. So just a little bit of a lowdown for people who are watching. That you mentioned Pixel before. Now that's this kind of area down here.
Yep.
This is a really important part of this piano room here because it's very easy to hold it. Now, can you explain a little bit about how the Wamai ban impacts this?
Right, so what a Wamai would usually do is a Wamai would almost always play in Pixel, and he would probably chuck Wamaias in all the blue spots. So they might chuck one there or here, or maybe like just all different spots. And the point is, and you can't really see it now, but if I kind of draw this out, there's a window over here. And if you play a Capital on this window, so I'm going to make the yellow the Capital. If there's a Capital here, and he goes to fire a flame bolt into this corner to kind of deny that position, it'll get picked up by any one of these spots. So it could get picked up here or here. But without the Wamai, that completely gets eliminated. You can shoot the Capital bolt and not have to worry at all about whether it's going to get picked up. And the ADSs have got no effect on the Capital bolt as well. Now, it seems as though Okami have opted to do a more aggressive hold by only half reinforcing these walls. And that's so that they can contest piano instead of giving it up for free, which is what would normally happen with a Wamai ban. But we'll just see how this works out for them. As you can see, they're going to be doing a cigar hold as well. They've got the castle barricade here, which suggests they're going to try and play someone in here. Maybe try and play a close angle with a shotgun. That'll most likely be Mangoes. Play in the smoke, try and waste as much time as possible. But again, if you can kind of clear that position quickly, there's a lot of control and a lot of good angles that you can get early on into the round with a Wamai ban.
Alright, well let's watch through a little bit here, and I've put it on fast speed so we can kind of churn through Akami doing their setup as fast as possible, and then start to actually get in to the round. So we've got Cutie here who's got one shield. Usually Ippy Star would play the Wamai, but okay, there's actually 2 shields here in piano, and yeah, let me know when you think it's a good time to pause and look at how this Capital makes this work.
Yeah, I think the other thing there with Cutie as well is that he had all 3 ADSs in that bathroom. So like they were ready to hold that position for everything. If you're putting all three AESs in one spot, like that's a very big indicator that is like the linchpin of the strategy.
So that means the Jaeger's ADSs that can catch a total of 6 projectiles, but that's only counting, the grenades and the explosives, not actually the Capital bolts, which don't get caught out by those. Now, we actually already saw one of the fire bolts gone down here. Can you explain what's happening here, Stryder?
So he's used the Capital bolt, and I think it's gone into the hallway. I'm not 100% sure if Dino's intended for that to happen. He might have wanted it to be on the roof. But whatever his intentions were, he is definitely trying to clear out the guy inside of Pixel right here. And okay, I just accidentally drew. I didn't mean to do that. Another like kind of side goal, I suppose, is going to be taking control of Cigar. So we need to try and clear out Mangoes in Cigar. And with all 3 ADSs on Cutie, it makes his role pretty difficult. You can just push with a flashbang, or you could grenade him out of key spots. So at the moment, I don't really know if it's the right move to try and clear out Pixel right now, because there's not much we can do about it. But it's definitely going to be taking control of Cigar by clearing this castle barricade. So hopefully that's what happens next.
Okay, let's continue watching then. I can slow it down as well. Oh, and there you go. You mentioned the grenades. That's actually a grenade that not only takes out that deployable shield here, but it also killed Jack Dad right here, and that was from Juicy, who was rappelling on the windows just here. Let's slow that down and watch it one more time. Is that something that was pre-planned, or?
I mean, that's just a really good nade. I suppose Juicy had the intuition that maybe there wasn't going to be an ADS there, or Josh on the drone. I don't know if you can see it right here. Might have called out to Juicy that there is no ADSs there and that Jack Dad's still holding that position hard. In that case, it makes a lot of sense for Dino to flame the hallway because it pins Jack Daddy in that position for a free nade kill. But if he had an ADS there, potentially Dino might have tried to burn it very quickly while the flame's going, just so they can get that free pick. So that's just really good teamwork from Juicy, Dino, and Josh there, just to coordinate that kill.
And you can see here, is what you mentioned, Raven, all 3 of these ADSs here, which means none of them are protecting that shield or that position where Jack Daddy just got grenaded from, and none of them are protecting Mangoes over in Cigar either.
Yep.
So what is your thought process now? You've taken out that Pixel position, but you still got to deal with Cutie here. What's the thought? Oh, there you go. You deal with Mangoes. Is that? So what's the thought process here?
So once we take control of Pixel, I mean, you don't really need to take control of Pixel. The first thing you need to do is take control of Cigar. It's to get Josh to rappel on one of these windows to shoot a Zofia charge onto the castle barricade, which is right here. Sometimes they might have like ADSs propped up in like certain spots, like here or here. But again, that should have been droned out by Josh early on so that he can just freely do that. We got the pick pretty early onto Mangoes because we had intel on his position inside of Cigar. He was playing just about here, and little did he know that there's a drone hole right next to him. So Juicy just would have lobbed the grenade straight through the drone hole, gave him no chance to react and just kill him. So just bad positioning by Mangoes and the lack of ADSs to really stop that play.
Can we actually see that? I want to know, is there a way that we can like see the drone hole from Juicy's angle? I think that the observer did spot it out there. So that's the drone hole just there.
Yeah, you can even get shot through it if you're kind of hugged in that corner.
Really smart move there from Juicy, and already he's found 2 kills with 2 grenades, and that just seems like really good use of utility to me.
Yeah, couldn't get better.
I mean, in general, I think this round really demonstrates how strong that Well My Ban was.
So now with the control that we got fairly quickly than what we probably expected, it's all about trying to set up for a plant here. And with all these walls open, it does mean that we have to be a bit more cautious, and going for a default plant isn't going to be so clear cut. So we're going to take it one step at a time, maybe take control of bathroom as well. So that's what the Habana can be used for.
I want to know how you saw him then. I mean, this is you. You said that you're not usually the player jumping and getting the kills, but that was a nasty shot right there. Like, he's already holding an angle onto you. Did you know he was going to be here? Did you pre-fire this? Like, how did you get that kill?
Well, from where I'm standing, I can see the reinforced wall, and they wouldn't have reinforced this wall as well. And so, like, if I peek to here, the only possible place someone's gonna be is right here. So, like I don't know what to tell you, man. It's just like it's Rainbow Six. It's just angles.
It's a maths game. I mean, did you do maths in high school? Is that your
I
specialization?
did. I'm a big maths person.
There you go. He never saw you. He never saw you once. I mean, here you're in such a favored position, right? 5 versus 2, and it feels like there's nothing Akami can really do to win this round. And you're still droning like that. I mean, that's maybe something that, like, if I was watching a rank match, you know, you wouldn't be in a 5v2 and still, like, these players would be droning. So, what is this right now? Like, you're thinking, okay, we've got 40 seconds left. Are you thinking, like, we're trying to find the last guy so we can kill them? Is that the thought process?
Yeah, kind of. Once the numbers are down really low, it turns from kind of expecting everything to just finding the 2 players. Because if you can find the 2 players, you don't need to worry about flanks at all. So as you saw, we found it be Style, and we didn't find Joker. And so if we had that drone stay alive for just a split second more, then we might have been able to catch his position. If you know where the last 2 players are, with 5 people alive on your team, there's no reason why you can't organize a pinch onto one guy, or just to butt rush them, really, with depending on their positions. But just excellent refrags that came out onto the players that were peeking, and we know that Okami will do that. When you're down numbers, you have to get aggressive. So it's been something that we've been working on, holding the numbers, as I said in my interview. It just means that once you get the early pick, you just have to gun up and wait for them to walk into you, because you'll get more kills when they try to refrag.
Now, the first thing I notice here is straight away, Akami has actually changed what bomb site they're defending. They're now going for kitchen service cooking. I think you completely scared them off of that top floor with that first round. You just completely terrified.
Yeah, there are rounds that you can win and not really deserve it. But when you're on defense and you have an attacking round that's just as clear cut as that, you couldn't play in any positions. To be fair, there weren't really any gunfights that round, and for a team that relies on gunfights, I think that would have kind of scared Okami a little bit. That we didn't just rely on walking into sight and fragging them, that we took them out with our util. I think that's a scarier way to,
to lose.
Way to defend. Yeah, exactly. Because there's no reason why they couldn't do it again. So.
Yeah, and I think it's already a great example, like you were saying with that Wamai ban. When you ban Wamai and then you get 2 grenade kills in the first round, I think that really tells something about the preparation that you guys put in. So did you guys know that this was how Akami were going to defend? Is it to do with research before the game? Is it to do with your support staff, or is it like an off-the-cuff decision coming into the match? How's that?
Well, at least for the defense that Akami did, the only thing that was really outstanding was the way that they just opened up the walls and tried to play aggressive. But we've played against teams in scrims that have done that, so I feel as though it has been a bit of preparation on our part, and also just scrimming teams that have a similar kind of play style. You know, I wouldn't scrim wildcard to train against Akami. You know, you're better off playing ranked in a sense, because they're two different play styles altogether, so you need to counter them 2 different ways. So I'm just having a look at what's happening this round. This bit of a fairly loose roam coming out from Okami.
So I would love to hear from you right now. Like, obviously, for the most part, the observer or the in-game director has been trying to show us what the defenders are doing, right? But, you know, we're trying to look at things from your perspective, and you mentioned a lot of your role on the team is droning. And as soon as we flick to the top floor, I notice your drone over here. So is this, you know, there's 45 seconds have passed so far on the round, and you're droning the top floor. What's your role in this position?
Well, for Cafe, I mean, in any map, really, you'd preferably have a pre-placed cam. It gives you a lot of intel on where people are before the round starts. But on Cafe, it makes it really hard to get drones upstairs because they can just watch the stairs. So you have no choice. You have to drone the top floor. So my role as the droner is to be clearing out spots and having someone live drone that intel at the same time. So we've got Juicy watching the windows for flanks. Hayward, I believe, is making a play based on some intel that he has. Unfortunately, the defenders don't decide to rotate down white, so this doesn't get him a free kill. It is quite a power position that he's in right now. Attacker should not be there at this point in the round.
So
If they were...
So sorry. What you're trying to say, right, is you're trying to clear the map control, but you've noticed that there's quite a few roamers upstairs here. You've got Joker and Epi Style, and Juicy's trying to drone them out. And Hayward saw an opportunity to get in a really aggressive position downstairs, and that's why he just took that opportunity.
Yeah. So he would usually be the person that would be entering on the intel, but he off one of his own drones, I believe, has decided to make this play and potentially do a reverse push up the white stairs to catch people rotating off. Because a lot of this roam, if I can try and draw it, is to hold kind of all of this area and kind of block this off. If you have like a mute jammer in certain spots or like mozzies or something, you can heavily slow down the attack.
So
and try and waste as much time as possible.
So in this part of the round, you're very much set on trying to eliminate all of these players who are upstairs, because this isn't the bomb site, and you're still trying to find them and eliminate them. That's like on the game plan right now.
Yeah, if you don't eliminate them, by this point in the round, you've got a minute and a half to do a direct push, so you just really have to commit to it. It's a bit of a shame that Hayward doesn't get a couple of kills, because we would have used his could have used his frag empire quite well. As you can see, Akami have reinforced this wall here, so that kind of eliminates a lot of cross angles, and they're holding train quite hard. So this is going to be a difficult clear. Just based on what I can see right now, and where our players are, Akami should win this round, because they've wasted so much time. They could easily fall off, like with another 30 seconds. We're not in good positions to clear them out.
So Akami, they can drop down this hatch, like you've got Mangoes and Joker, and it wouldn't take much for Ippy Style to get down there as well. So that's definitely on the mind at the moment. And that's why it's really important for Juicy's drone here to try and get some info on where these players are.
Yeah, and and again, like, it's still not even possible in this scenario. You might not even be able to see it, but there's a mute jammer right there. So you can't even get intel onto these guys. So when you got no intel, like I said, it's just an intel game. So we don't know where the players are. They could have fallen off. They might still be there, but we have to be cautious. There comes a point in the round where you haven't got time to drone anymore, so you just got to rely on your gunfights.
See how it works out for you guys.
This could also be just a good point too for why Thatcher bans can be so strong. It's not just like wall denial, it's also those mute jammers. So like you're talking about how important the intel gathering is, and especially some pushes, the quicker you can get info and deal with it, the better. But when you have mute jammers in the way, without an EMP to easily clear that, yeah, it can really hinder your push and stall it out. So I think that's also something that people maybe not think about with those Thatcher bans.
Yeah.
And there you go. You saw all three of those players just drop down the hatch, like almost exactly in that moment. Sorry, two of those players dropped down the hatch, and now all that time has been wasted, and Akami have gotten back to site with everyone other than Ippy Style still upstairs.
Yeah, if they rotated down white, Hayward would have easily killed them, but dropping down the hatch is so safe, and with Ippy Style still roaming and not too much intel on whether or not the roamers have dropped, it's been quite successful from them.
Well, let's see if you guys can pull it back. I actually can't remember. So I'm gonna let myself still not know what's happening.
So AP Style's just going to try and play his life there and hope that we kind of give up in droning. See what happens.
But you guys do have control now. Oh, but there's a C4. So what's happened here?
So with a little bit of control, well, the control that we need, train and mining, which if you can pause it, I'll just do a big circle. We've got mining here, train here. Juicy with the sledge can start opening up the floor. That pretty much shows we're intending on going for a bakery style push. So we're going to be going for the first floor towards the east. And he just gets C4 through the floor. Jack Dad doesn't have a pulse scanner or any intel. Cutie might have a cam up there. I can't really tell from this point of view, but whatever it is, it's just a good C4 from Jack Dad picking off our sledge player. That's a massive pick. With 1 minute left in the round, it's not looking good.
And now you can't open up this floor as easily as well in this room where you haven't quite opened it as much yet.
Yeah.
There's still a couple of holes here that you maybe could have made a bit bigger.
The holes that we do have, it's not great, but it'll do. I don't know, you really just have to commit to something with 1 minute left. So whether we go for a back push or a front push, we have to just do it hard and we have to do it fast.
And you've got 3 players already positioned over here. Like Hayward's downstairs, Josh is on the stairs ready to go down. So yeah, let's see where you guys move. But of course, you've still got to worry about if you style on the roam.
Yeah. I do like that we do have some drones set up in keep spots. Josh has his drone around pillars, maybe to try and watch if Hippie Star tries to push out. But yeah, he's not moving. Just gonna keep wasting time. This is where it comes to bite us in the back. Just some excellent roaming and fragging from Hippie Star.
Notice how he just stays really passive. Like he doesn't keep on trying to peek and make noise. He just like hides in a corner for so long. Makes it really hard for you to know where he is.
He's way more dangerous staying alive. He knows that we don't know where we are. So his key objective with one frag is to just hide. If we have to go search for him, then well, we have to. But holding angles onto him is not going to win us the round. So he's just going to stay still, force us to make the move. So good roam from him, just great defense all round. Just outplayed us.
Wow. So what's it like when you win a round so convincingly off the back of this one, my ban and some great grenades, and then you go and you get slapped like that? I mean, is that like something that affects you guys, or how does it feel?
Yeah, no, you just have to switch up your approach. So Hayward obviously was going for that play the previous round. So if he tries to do the same thing again, maybe he'll try and push up white stairs a bit earlier or something like that. But we know that if we just repeat what we did the previous round, it's not going to work. So a bit tighter on the drones as well. Maybe get someone right in front of a drone coming through pillars, or just clearing out all these spots, not just getting lazy. So yeah, I don't really think it affects us. Even when you get 4, like I think what it was at the end. Was it a flawless round?
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah,
even with a flawless round, like it just come down to one small mistake, and the rest of the round can collapse from there. So it's not really. Just like don't dwell on it. Move on to the next round, change it up for the next one. That's all you can do, really. You know they're gonna pick it next time they can because it was so convincing. So with that kind of predictability, you can pick operators that are specifically designed to countering that push. That style of defense, rather.
Well, now we've moved on to another bomb site. Now, since we've got a view of the bomb site right now, this is, in fact, I might bring it back so we can actually see the second half of the bomb site. There we go. So this is one which you probably wouldn't see a lot in ranked. Like, you're probably only going to see this bomb site in ranked if you've won 2 defenses in a row, or the defenders have won 2 defenses in a row, and like you have to go here. But can you give us a real brief overview of how this bomb site works and why Akami have chosen to defend here instead of going back to the top floor?
Yeah, so there's a few things that can go on with this bomb site. First of all, going for a direct push is pretty much impossible coming from this side of the map. So your only option is to come from the other side. So if you go for a direct this way, you have to come through these walls and plant inside dining. But if you have floor holes coming from reading, that's impossible, or at least very difficult to do. So then you're left with only one more option, and that's to go for a top attack. Now there are teams that go for direct, and you can potentially go through pillars or smoke up and go for a plant inside dining. But at least for our specific attack that we decide to do this round is we decide to clear top floor and make our way across the entire top floor and use the verticality against them, and maybe try and go for a plant inside of reading, maybe like here or something as a default plant.
Okay.
But it's a really strong defense, because if you try to push across the bar, which is a very common thing to do, the whole floor is soft, and so Jack Dad or anyone else on site with a C4 can potentially use the intel to C4 you through the floor. So you have to be careful. So it's a pretty good strat to bring out in competitive play.
Okay, cool. Well, let's see how it goes. If you want, we can skip through a little bit of it too and start to see kind of how your attack shapes up.
So just setting up at the moment, taking control of what we can. No one's playing in Pixel this round. But this Goyo shield is pretty interesting. You might think it's pointless if no one's going to sit here, but they have to, I don't know, like, if you decide to destroy it with your gun, then you'll actually take a lot of damage. But if you use util, then yeah, you destroy it, but then you use util. So it's a very interesting shield.
So the defenders are mainly just playing on this east side of the top floor, and you guys are trying to push them through the hallway.
Yeah, so this is something that Dino likes to do, is go for a hallway push. I'm personally not a fan of it, but that's not my prerogative. If Dino wants to push it, he can, because he's nuts. He's got the op to do it. And as you can see, it just doesn't work out. He tries to cut off the crossfire and just loses the gunfight on TFB style. So that's definitely a more direct style of trying to take that. The more conventional way is to come through the bar, but again, like what I said earlier, then you have to contest the C4s potentially through the floor. You have to be a bit careful about how you do it. So again, at this point in the round, with 2 minutes wasted and 2 people off the board, as long as these guys just hold their positions, it's not looking good for us. So at the moment, to try and recover the round, you can either try to all stick together or just try and make something direct work. And it seems as though we've just opted to go for a direct and just hope that we can kill the guys on site and force the guys off site to rotate into our guns.
It's kind of working. So I like this, what you mentioned, you know, if the plan A isn't going to plan, sometimes you just kind of have to commit to something not ideal. And as long as you do it together, you know, you've got a chance. Here, obviously, it doesn't work out. You're left by yourself, and then Akami win another round. So let's fast forward, because now they've got that reading bomb site locked and the basement or the kitchen service locked, and they've got to go back up to the top floor bar cocktail lounge, which they previously lost really convincingly to you. So going into this again, are you basically just thinking, okay, business as usual, let's just do the same thing?
Yeah, so, I mean, as usual, you're going to expect some sort of change up in how they play. I highly doubt that they would switch up their cigar hold, as that was their only way of delaying enough time to kind of win them the round. What we're expecting at this point is either the smoke isn't going to be playing in a more aggressive position, so he's going to be harder to kill with a grenade, and the guy in Pixel isn't going to expose himself to a grenade early on. So they're going to try and keep their lives longer this time. So that's not really too big of a problem, because those 2 picks that we got were like pretty situational. So we should just be able to continue doing the steps and the default things that we do usually to clear out those positions. They're just going to try and hope that we're not good at doing that.
So now that we've seen the setup kind of come through, once again, the important positions that you're talking about here, which is Pixel, and then kind of, as a support to that, you've got this kind of room in here. The washrooms where Cutie is playing behind another shield, and then this position here with Mangoes in Cigar, and that's where you got the grenade kill through the drone hole here, and you got a grenade kill over here last round. So that's kind of the main places you're looking at, right?
Yep.
It's good to see the ADS adaptation as well. Like, they split them away from the bathroom. In fact, there's none in the bathroom now. All 3 are out in piano.
Yeah, it didn't really waste too much time having them in the bathroom. So that one is going to try and pick up some grenades. Shouldn't be too hard to burn. Dino's got flashbangs on the window. He could burn that. And I should hope that Mangoes has an ADS. I should hope that he has an ADS this time. So good drone work coming out from Dino to see what kind of utils in Pixel again. And might have even seen Jaeger try to crawl up to it.
Now we get to see that Capital once again. And as you said, the one my ban means there's nothing to stop that from happening. And it looked very deliberate there that Dino was trying to do that on the hallway to force back that position. Ooh.
Yeah, and a great Capital bolt to clear out the bathroom as well. Cutie's got no chance staying in that position. With his hallway Capital'd and the bathroom Capital'd, he's got no choice but to rotate through that hole. And Dino's just going to try and pre-fire that. I don't even think he needed to pre-fire. The fire did all the work. Downs him. So again, just excellent smart plays from Dino, using his util to clear positions. A lot of people think he's just using his gun, but he's so good at using the Capital bots to just get him kills. And then if it's his gun that gets the kill, well, it's his gun that gets the kill, but it's his util that got him into that position.
And here's a great example of how, so when the fire came down in this room here and Cutie tried to rotate through this drone hole, like it might have actually been Josh here on this window that got that kill onto Cutie, or at least got the injure, and that's kind of the teamwork.
Yeah, and with this angle now open, as you can see, Josh has got a nasty long angle into sight. So it's going to even prevent rotations into
Cocktail?
tarp. Cocktail,
right,
yeah,
right,
depends on what you call it.
Yeah.
So now with a bit more control, we're looking to try and clear out mangoes as normal.
I was going to say, it's a great example of your Capital bolts as well, of just not trying to get a kill with the fire, but just displace that player and then try and capitalize on that otherwise.
So Jack Dad looking to replace the position of Cutie. Nasty damage onto Juicy there, but
And you
I do remember what happened this round. Yeah, Dino just basically just peeked and killed Mangoes. Just killed him. Like, that's his gun.
When in
The
doubt,
dude had
frag
no
it out.
chance. Yeah, he was just sitting prone by the bear and cigar.
This doesn't actually look that good for you guys. You took a lot of damage. I think that was team damage from Dino, actually. And
Yeah, it was a bit of both.
yeah. So this is still a pretty tough position, but I guess if Dino just kills everyone, that helps.
Yeah, so when you're playing and the team kill does help.
Yeah.
But when you're playing together like that and you get intel onto the remaining guys, there's no reason why you can't just push white. Pushing white, especially if you can get someone at the end of that corridor alive and you know that no one's on the stairs, like, you can just shoot people in the side of the head. They don't even know what's happening. So yeah, we only had like 20 seconds left, but we had the intel to accommodate a push.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's 2 attacks that you won onto the top floor, but now you have to go and attack that bottom floor where you guys really struggled last time. And we just saw some Valk cams being put out. I know it was the roam that you guys really struggled with. Now, I don't remember the match. Do you remember whether you won this round or lost it?
I do think we won this round.
All right. Talk me through it.
Yeah, but it was a bit sketchy. We tried to make sure that we were taking control of top floor a bit more thoroughly. Of course, that means that it takes a bit more time. But there's no reason why Akami can't just do the same thing that they did last time. So we should be able to counter it this time. Haywood is not going to go into Christmas this time.
And I actually have a player down here this time in that VIP room on the bottom floor where they didn't have last time. You can see your drones seeing it be style as well.
I'm not even sure if Akami knew that Haywood was in there the whole round.
There's a drone. Oops. The camera kept moving. I had to like...
It's an interesting play what they've done here, Dev. If you just pause back on the top-down view.
On which floor?
On the second floor, if possible.
Is he all right, or do I
yeah, that should be fine. You can't really see it off screen, but they've actually decided to go for a fake roam. They've set up entirely like they would their previous round, but they haven't got the util, so they haven't got the players to support the util up here. So they're just hoping to waste more time, and they're even more confident that we're not going to get anything working on site. But unfortunately, I didn't muck around. I didn't waste any time checking to see if they had a fake roam going, and my drone's already in a good position. Now off screen, I believe that they've decided to leave one person, and that's Joker, who's just sitting in train and hoping to try and get misdroned or to try and waste as much time as possible. But if we're quick enough, he shouldn't be able to rotate down the hatch. And that's exactly what happens. I like this part.
All right, well, and speaking of, like, this is, 1:54 on the clock. There's only been like a minute and 5 seconds gone down, and a lot of that would be, you guys just getting to the building and starting your drones, and you've already got like all these players inside and this really good drone. So this already looks way better. And yeah, let's see what happens with Joker roaming in train.
So Juicy opening up angles, making it difficult for... and can you just pause it right before he dies? So
Yeah.
I actually had a drone right before Joker dies, if you
Fast forward
can.
a little bit. Spectating.
We knew that he was in there. That's why Juicy is applying some pressure. And as soon as it gets to this point, right now, he's thinking that he's pretty safe because he can't see any attackers. But he, right now, can be shot through the wall from here, and from here. And as soon as he decides to walk out, I don't know if you can see it on my screen, but there's a drone like right here.
Oh, really?
And I spot him. And as soon as he gets spotted, there's a call to wallbang him. And he gets shot from like 4 different angles. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I noticed all the bullet trails and I was like, okay, lots of angles held.
So you've got a player
that.
here who can shoot him through that hallway, a player in reading, and a player in the laundry. I think that's you. And I
Yeah, in
think
the
that's a
laundry.
drone. I think that's a drone just there.
That's the drone. Yeah, that is the drone.
Wow.
It
So
looks like at least.
so you just call that out, and everyone just starts wallbanging him.
Yeah, I spot him too. Just
Oh,
to add
really?
insult to injury. He just says, you've been spotted. He's like, oh, it's probably time to... Oh, I'm dead.
Wow. And I mean, this is a great example of how, like, yeah, look at that. It's like it's
All those
really
bullet trails. So good.
It's crazy. So this is a great example of, like you were saying, you might be the droning guy, but like that's the difference it can make for how to actually get kills. It's about doing the droning can really make the difference.
So, Juicy being a bit more careful with his sledge, looking for any vac cams if there are any. So, good job from him. He's got Hayward to support if there are going to be any C4s lobbed up through the floor. Meanwhile, Dino's setting up flank cams through the... I don't know what Dino's doing. But we are going for a bakery. And with 1 minute left and with holes in the floor, we have got enough time to go for it. So that's our next play. Time is
Yeah,
ticking
actually
though. We
was
need to
the-
be quick.
The IQ was an adaptation for you guys as well, right? Because I'm pretty sure you didn't have it in that previous attack.
Ash.
Yeah, Juicy might have called for it just in case there are any vout cams for that roam, supporting them. It's a pretty good pick if the Ash isn't doing much.
So that's interesting.
Hayward
You're
didn't
saying,
even get to use his util.
you're saying that like Juicy was the one who called for the IQ pick, but Dino was the one who like called for the white hallway push. It sounds like there's a lot of like there's no clear like this is the leader of this team. You guys all kind of contribute your ideas.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's a good reason why I think we work together so well. Like, if even Josh, if he has a good idea, like we're all gonna listen to it. And a lot of people think that Dino or someone is like our IGL, and like when it comes to split-second decisions, yeah, you might be our IGL, but when it's ideas, like everyone knows how to play Rainbow Six, right? You don't need one person to tell you how to play. I think that's a really powerful thing that we have on our team.
So this is the very end of the round here. You've done your roam clear, you're starting to execute. You mentioned you were going for a bakery take, you've got these Hibana holes. Like, what's your strategy here for the end of the round?
So, if you've got above, then you should have control of the entirety of this space through the floor. And anyone back here is left to deny plant. And the plant will be trying to be going down. Now, clearly, Jack Dad has slipped his way into the kitchen area. But we know that he's there. It's tough. It's a tough gunfight to take, but we have to do it if we want to go for a plant. And so Dino and I, that's what we're working on at the moment. With 15 seconds left on the round, you only need to start planting at 1. So we've got 15 seconds to kill him.
All right.
Everyone else, we don't care about everyone else. They're whatever.
So it's all about Jack Dad right here, and there you go, you kill him. Wow, that must be a stressful situation. You're trying to go in and like kill everybody, and and there you got taken out. Like, what is there chaos in the comms in a moment like that?
It was pretty chaos. I remember going back through it that round, and positions on site were being cleared out, and it's always in the back of your mind. You know, we don't have a drone in this specific spot. in bakery. And I remember planning, and I was like, guys, like Care Bakery, they could be flanking, and there he was.
Yeah.
It'd be flank right there
It'd be flank.
in the position.
All right. Well, we've almost done the whole half now of your attacking side. Now, we're not going to do this all night. We are going to play some Mute Protocol as well, but we've still got a little bit more time, I reckon, to do a couple, maybe 1 or 2 more rounds. Do you want to do this one, finish off the attack off? Do you want to go to any particular defenses? What's your preference?
Probably just jump straight over to the defenses. For a reading attack, it's Hayward just wallbang someone. That's pretty good.
Love that.
Okay, good analysis. Hayward wallbang someone, Knights win the round.
Then we just rush and win. No drones. No anything. Just wanted to get the map over and done with.
Yeah, well, you guys made it work. So, what's the idea here? We are on a bar defense.
So we're definitely going to be trying to do something similar. Waste as much time as possible. With my band, you can't play Pixel. So we've got the same castle setup as they do, but we're just going to be playing it a bit more passive and just using our positions to our advantage.
You guys have no deployable shields, I noticed, as well.
Yeah, no, we're not looking to play aggressive in piano. We're gonna let them have that. But yeah, we also have the Maestro and a few C4s. So we're gonna be looking for a bit of plant denial here and hope that our intel is going to be able to secure us the round. So even Josh on the Mozzie, as a flexible role, has decided to try and find a few hacked cams down below. I don't know what he's thinking though. What, Akami use drones or something? Like what?
Got some Akami people in chat. Watch out, mate. I do see one difference here, like a big difference between you guys and Akami and how you're playing these defenses. Like, you know, you are very much playing around this Wamai ban. You know, you're saying you're not bringing any deployable shields. You're not trying to stack up like really strong anchor positions that it takes ages to flush out, because you know that it's possible to just clear those out. And in particular, like Joker is playing the Capitao, which, you know, you mentioned there's like no counter for with when Wamai's banned. So already it looks like there's a very difference in kind of the strategies you're trying to use.
Yeah, if Joker plays his cards right, we've got no chance to hold the key position, so we don't even bother holding Pixel or anything fancy like that. We just let them do the hard breach, and potentially Juicy might put a mute jammer on the wall. Can get shot from the skylight, but yeah, it's just all about wasting that time and going for that plant denial. And Juicy and Josh down below, they're not really looking to do too much. It's just to stop them from going for individual plays and make them just clear us out in those positions and go for a plant. Like, not going to give them anything free. Apart from
Haywood.
apart from that.
Apart from that. We're going to talk about that, right?
Yeah, if he just held his spot, there's no reason why he couldn't have just stayed there for another 30 seconds more. So, that's just a little mistake on Hayward's part. I know that he's gotten that kill before. I'm fairly sure he didn't have the intel to know that that window was open, but no excuse really. If Hayward's watching. What?
Shade. So while like we're looking at this, it's like 1 minute left. Mangoes has made this rotation into site where he's probably going to try and plant late round. You guys have an evil eye just above that plant spot, which I think has not been destroyed yet. Ooh, it just got
taken down.
All right. So it looks like Akami are actually playing this really well.
Yeah, for the time that they've got, it's actually not bad. Getting a plant off is still going to be pretty difficult because remember, we've still got Josh and Juicy down below with C4s and they haven't opted to clear that out. We just need to get the intel on which spot that they're going to be planting. With Joker on the roof, it is looking like an execute coming out from then.
So firebolts so that they can't rotate in, and Mangoes is already planting. The C4 actually goes into the wrong spot though, and they get the diffuser down. Yeah,
a really good plant from them. They did seem to have the right position down below. I don't know if you can really see it, but they did put enough pressure down below. I think Ippy style on the Ash. Yeah, so he's just down there to clean up any C4s, and he does his job quite well. So good from him. Diner's in a tough spot to deny the plant. He has to swing on Mangoes to kill him, but to swing on Mengos means exposing himself to Joker. There's nothing I can do from where I am at the moment, so it was just a good round. A good execute from them, cutting down our angles.
The only one who's in position to try and C4 is Juicy, and he's been taken out by Ippy Style. I believe that Josh is actually on the white stairs, so he's not even in a position to try and deny.
Yeah, that's right. He might be just trying to watch our back to make sure that Ippy Style isn't going to walk up white stairs, because we do know that he has done it in the past to certain teams, so it's always important to watch your back. Yeah, just again, flawless round, but it doesn't really phase us too much. Like we had a few mistakes here and there, and we've got things to learn from that round. So when we come back and revisit that site potentially, then we can definitely just improve on the mistakes that we had. Make sure that Haywood wastes more time in his spot. Maybe get Josh and Juicy to work down below together to get the kill onto the Ash. Potentially get a bit more aggressive early on. Get a pick in our advantage. There's a few things we can do.
So now you guys have decided, like, you're not going to try that top floor again. It's the same thing Akami did. They kind of got messed up on that top floor. Immediately changed, but you guys decided not to go to kitchen. You wanted to go to reading it instead. And you've actually completely changed the mentality from what you said before. You've actually brought 3 deployable shields, 1 on Smoke, and then the 2 Vulcan shields from Goyo. So what is this complete change of tack, Stryder? Were you lying to me all along or something?
Oh, it's just different strats, Dev. Come on.
All right, talk me through it. Educate me.
This hold is fairly standard in the high level scene, where you just stack like util in this area and force the attackers to kind of just funnel down this corridor. And the deployable shields is basically just a pocket mirror at the end of the day. So you can just peek off that. If they try to get aggressive, it forces them to use their util to clear it first. Bit of an interesting spot to put the second Goyo shield, where Dino's put it for the default plant spot, but we've got 3 deployable shields, so you might as well get creative with them. There's even one on white hallway, so you can't even push that. So it's very aggressive this time around, because forfeiting control of top floor is a bit different from forfeiting piano. When you get rid of top floor, you can pretty much lose the round if the attackers have time. But taking control of piano with time does not mean you win the round. So it's a bit different.
So you're trying to hold on to this top floor with Haywood and Josh for as long as possible. It looks like Akami are doing that push from the west side, like you said. But they also had someone repelling on the east windows as well.
Yep, so there are some roams that happen where you want to fall away with your life. In this case, Haywood tries to fall away with his life, but Josh is still just there to die. He can't really do much from where he is. But with the smoke, he has still got 45 seconds to deny with that. And he's even got Dino down below and Juicy with C4s if Ippy Style decides to get close.
So Dino's holding this angle through the floor so he can kind of protect Josh.
Yep.
Really cool strategy there.
And Josh playing it really smart, just holding his spot, not giving the Ash anything to work with.
No way, wow.
Yeah.
Even Dino gets a kill onto the guy through the floor, and then the round's over at this stage.
That's insane.
Like it's just excellent play from Josh and Dino to coordinate a crossfire through the floor. Like,
yeah, that is actually so
I think especially Josh's hold of cocktail there, I think was really, really well played.
Yeah, you see too commonly with new players, you get really antsy in positions like this. Like, yeah, you're stuck and you can't move anywhere, but you also like can't die if you just sit there, and you're better alive, and you're better off just letting them push you than peeking into them and letting him get the pick. Because if he stays alive, Dino's always got that angle through the floor. It's just really well played from Josh to just keep his calm. Just hold the spot, get the crossfire, and peek when he needs to when the players are distracted.
And this player here, actually, the Sledge, Josh actually injured him, and like he had a crossfire with Dino who shot him up through the floor. So that's like really, really good teamwork there. And like you said, Josh, he just sat in this really safe corner where they have to like peek on out, cross this threshold. As soon as they cross this threshold, they're vulnerable to Dino from below through these holes. So by him staying in this corner until the grenade came out, it was only when there was a grenade at his feet that he actually moved on out. And yeah, really, really amazing. Awesome stuff.
So it was a flawless round from us. Okami, there were a few mistakes that they had. That grenade that went at Josh's feet was red at some stage. There's no there's no excuse to not having red grenades kill people, in my opinion. You should just be cooking them properly. Yeah, you might have to switch it up, go for a direct push, clear some people down below, maybe even try the corridor, or use utility onto the guy in that corner, or even peek Dino through the floor, cut off Josh's angle. There's a lot of things you can do. That's what Okami should be thinking about doing if we decide to pick that site again.
But for now, you're going to the... I keep saying basement. It's not. It's ground floor. It's
Not the basement.
kitchen service cooking, which is the bottom floor, because you guys lost the top floor and then you went to the middle floor. Now you got to go downstairs. And you're only 2 rounds away from winning this map and this series and qualifying for the grand final, which is just huge. Is that something that's on your mind at this point, or are you just thinking about the game?
Yeah, you try your very hardest to put it out of your mind, but it's easier said than done. It's always on the top of your mind, you know, only 2 more rounds and that's it. And with 1 map up, like, you're thinking to yourself, surely we're not going to lose from here, right? And,
It's possible.
yeah, it got pretty close.
So, Juicy's playing the Capcan. Not something you see every day. It was also a 6 pick onto this operator. Is this something significant to the strategy or the playstyle that you guys want to go for?
I guess Juicy's just doing Juicy's thing. His whole thing is just about trying to waste time. And a cap can achieve that, and it can even deal damage at the same time. They do have the IQ though, so I hope that it doesn't kill anyone.
Oh, all those drones too.
Yeah, you just killed 2 drones. That's huge.
Yeah, good job. Good job from Juicy, killing 2 drones, potentially 3. No. Oh, and he just jumps out.
That is huge. I'd be mad
look,
if
I think
was
it
Okami.
mentioned a lot. I think it's mentioned a lot on broadcast. Some of the aggression that you guys bring. Is that usually like conscious effort, or is it more just like spur of the moment and it just happens frequently?
I do remember Juicy saying in the prep phase that I'm just gonna jump out on this guy. So, I mean, he did it. He got it.
Yeah.
Promised.
Got refragged instantly, but for a basement attack, getting the Capital off the boards, it's a decent pick. It's not great. Probably the better pick would have been Cutie or even Mangoes. But you know, the util on Capital can't be counted, so there's still pretty powerful.
Also, he took out 2 drones, right? So you've only got, you know, Jack's lost a drone, Mango's lost a drone, Ippy Star's lost a drone. Cutie's the only one left with 2 drones, so that's what. Now Jackady's lost both of his, and so is Mango. So there's only 2 drones from Cutie and 1 from Ippy Star left. Plus potentially like some of Joker's drones might still be up on the map somewhere. But like it looks like you mentioned that intel is like the most important thing when you're playing high level Siege, and it looks like even though Juicy's died really early on and like you don't have any roamers delaying time, Okami just don't have very much information.
Yeah, it puts them at a risk of getting flanked. So as you can see, they've got Jack Dad just sitting in pillars. He has to physically watch the flank. There's nothing he can do about that. They just haven't got the drones to just leave it there. And as you can see, it just eliminates one player off the team, and they have to push with the rest, and gives us openings to try and get picks.
And he just kept the pace there. Oh, nice from Josh again. But like he got a refrag on the player that entered Bakery, and he seemed to be playing quite aggressive there, in the hallway. And look, 20 seconds left. Like it feels like, you know, what do you think? Because you're one of the few players alive here with 20 seconds left, 15 seconds now. Like, what is the thought process? Are you just like holding on? Like, are you trying to wait for callouts from your teammates as to where they're pushing from?
It depends on where your positions are, but with this little time on the clock, the attackers have to go for they have to go for a plant, and if you kind of just wait for them to come to you and go for a plant, you've always got a 2v1 on the guy planting, the guy supporting him. So it is definitely play passive. They don't know where we are. They don't have time to drone us. If you just sit and hold an angle in a weird spot with cover, which is what I was doing and what Josh was doing, they've got no chance. It's just relying on weird gunfights.
Well, I can't remember what the final score was, but we might actually be able to finish this match.
It was 8-6.
Oh, okay, no, we can't.
So it went to OT.
Dev, you sounded so excited just then, but
I was like, oh, probably one more round left. Yeah, we can finish it off here. But nah, so yeah, wow, it actually went max OT. I didn't watch this game live. I just completely forgot it. So you're at 6-3.
I would like to watch the very last round of
Let's
very
do that.
last round.
Is it
Yeah,
last one?
just watch the very last round.
So firstly, before we get to that, how do you get from 6-3 to 8-6? Like, you guys, was that frustrating? Like, you guys would have lost 3 rounds in a row to let them take overtime, and then you got the final 2 rounds. Like, is that something that weighs in on you moving into like later in the map?
Yeah, it was pretty disheartening because when we were 6-3 up, we lost the next round, but like it was so close. I think they had like one player planting, and then the other player just flanked both of our guys and killed him. It was very good play from Joker to win them that round. But when you get so close to winning like that, like literally 10 seconds off winning, it's always in the back of your mind, you know, oh, this is it, this is the choke. And then that kind of momentum hurts you. So when you get to OT, it's just, you got to reset. Just got to reset, you know, treat this as a 0-0. Even if they get the first pick, the game's not over. Let's not throw away this map. Still in this.
But you guys did manage to get your first attack round in overtime here, which puts you once again on match point. And now you're back onto defense, and you decide to go actually for the basement, which is the one that we just watched you already win. But if I'm not wrong, you would have tried to go back to it and lose it in order for them to get overtime. So you guys are still kind of 50-50 on this bomb site, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, we are. We feel as though our bottom was the strongest because they were relying on gunfights to win them the round, and we're okay with that. When it's a util game, that's a bit different. But when it's gunfights, we just need to play our util, and it puts them in strife.
So
But it's
looking
important.
Oh, you go.
It's important to keep your cool and not do like crazy roams, like not try roaming and stuff.
You say that, but you kind of are roaming a little bit. And Juicy, instead of Cap Can, he's brought Alibi and he's putting it on the windows.
No, what I mean, Dev, is sometimes when you get into like match point positions, you might try and play safe.
Oh, right. Yeah,
And,
you don't want to play too
like
passive.
full turtle or something.
Yeah, full turtle. It hurts a lot of teams because you think that, oh, you can't rely on going for it because it's unreliable, but no, like maybe you only won those rounds because you were playing unpredictably, and as soon as you turtle, like you're just playing a game of casual at that point. Like
That's a great point. So that's why in this round you continue to try and be unpredictable. You've got this roam. In fact, it's you who's roaming up here. On match point, like this is the kind of position where you need to have like good aim. You need to be on point. Is this something that made you like feel nervous?
There are definitely nerves, but we know how to play this spot. We've practiced this before. Dino gets unlucky here. It's a pretty free kill from Mangoes to kill him. But again, it's a bit of a gunfight position, and I think we probably just bit a bit more off than what we can chew. With a minute and a half off the board, potentially if Dino stayed alive and just held a better spot, that's a really successful roam. But with myself and Juicy now falling off, and Ippy style off the board as well, we're in a fairly good position to win this round, in my opinion.
Yeah, and if I look at like what's different here from between you and Akami, like the last round we watched, like Juicy got 1 kill and then died. Now this time he got 1 kill, he didn't die, but Dino died. So it's like it's still a 4v4 after the roam. But looking at like the drone game, like you killed the Ash instead of killing the Capital. I don't know if that's better or worse in terms of utility, but they do kind of have a few more drones, I think, or maybe about the same. So I don't know, like if it's much different, but overall it kind of does look very similar to that first time you won this bomb site.
Yeah, but in our position again, we've still got just Josh on that Maestro, and for Plant and Nile, that's not too bad. And Hayward's holding Bakery still, so that's another 30 seconds if he decides to waste and keep his life. If he gets a pick, that's huge. Fortunately, he decides to fall off, but actually wins the gunfight through the floor onto Jack Dad.
This is kind of a do-or-die position.
Yeah, with this wall all open, like it's a pretty hard ask to get in here. They're just gonna force to go through prep. And so the setup was Josh sits on cams for a plant and aisle. We try and go for the 2v1 on the guy planning, while one guy's planning, and we set up a crossfire. So myself and Hayward have got a pretty nasty crossfire.
And then this is the match point. This is like the most stressful position. And like you said, this wall over here, there's been like, you guys opened it in the prep phase, which means Mangoes can't use his Hibana pellets on it really. And because it's the Ash and the sledge that have died, there's no way to open that wall. And like you said, that forces Akami to really funnel here through these less reliable positions. And like you said, you've got a really good crossfire here with Hayward, who's...
I think he was around this spot, right? Like somewhere like that.
Yeah,
that's a really dodgy
and
line. But
we've got Josh on the Maestro cams calling out where they plant too.
And there's one there, Maestro cam just there. I don't know where the second one is, but yeah, that's yeah. There's like there should be no way you lose this.
Or the hunt.
Yeah, you wanted him.
And Josh downs me.
No, did Josh actually down you?
Yeah. He started panicking because I called someone was coming up his stairs.
Oh, wow. So, I mean, that would be a hugely intense moment for you guys, like on the cusp of, 3 versus 2. And this isn't just the map, this is the whole series. And this is for a spot in the grand final. You guys did something you'd never done before. Like, what was this moment right now? Like, these 10, 20 seconds after? Because you've got an interview, right? With the Paris studio in a few minutes. Like, what is going through your brain?
Yeah, I think Hayward said, "Let's go" so loud his mic stopped working. Like, it was cutting in and out. I've never seen him shout so loud. And Dino had to remind me to go do the interview. I was like, oh. When you finish a game like this, it's just relief, and you're always just talking about all these funny things that happen during the game and just psyching yourselves up. It's a really good feeling.
Awesome. Well, I mean, that's the whole VOD. We kind of skipped through a few bits, but that was really, really good. I've never used this software before to annotate it. It was a lot of fun. We didn't draw anything inappropriate, so that's a victory in my books. Yeah, thanks, Stryder. That was really good. Anything else you wanted to say about the game or about your run through the major and through 6 Masters?
It definitely, like, it was tough. It was really tough. Even getting 3rd in the Oceanic Cup was difficult. But we did still earn our spot as the 2nd players. We're not a team that you can't just prepare for, because we do our prep.
Awesome. Yeah, fantastic. Well, we're gonna play some Mute Protocol, which is the game mode that is finally back, the special event. And I know you're a bit of a big brain, Stryder, so I'm excited to see some big brain plays. Yeah, I know. All right. Well, we're gonna go to a quick trailer, and then we'll jump into that. See you in a second, guys.
Founded before the 5th Corporate War, Mute Tower represents the voice for independence in the city.
Defense units activated. Attackers are inbound. Servers targeted.
Mute must be eliminated.
Remains operational. Security suspended.
we are back. Hello, hello, hello. There we go.
Howdy.
We are back, and we're gonna play some Mute Protocol. So, this special event is available for another 10 days, 2 hours, and 40 minutes, aka to the 24th. It's been extended from the 17th, so that's good fun. As you would have seen in the trailer, if you don't already know about how it works, you've kind of got some crazy teleporting devices. Now on the defenders, if they get on cams, you can actually teleport. When you get off the camera, you will be at the position of the camera you were spectating. And it's a similar with the attacking drones as well. So, I mean, I'm terrible at it. But...
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
righto.
What?
Look at who we're against.
Oh, nice. That's kind of funny.
Cool.
I was wondering why you guys are laughing. I thought you were laughing at something I was saying. It's hilarious. Well, nothing like queuing into Fnatic in the special event they made.
With a special guest of Magic. But look, this is actually the first time I've played Mute Protocol completely.
Well, good luck, mate. We're going to ease you into it. You're going to be playing against some scrubs no one's ever heard of. Magic and Fnatic.
Oh, jeez. All right.
So, by the way, chat, anyone who's watching on whatever platform you're watching on, whether you're on Twitch or YouTube, if you're in chat and you have any questions for me, for Stryder, or for Raven, feel free to chuck them in there because not only are we playing Mute Protocol, we are answering your questions as well.
Yeah, total Q&A, so feel free to ask away.
Attackers are
We have a job to do.
inbound. Servers targeted.
We do. I
Defense
think I have to
units
change
activated.
my system settings to windowed mode so that it doesn't lag. There we go.
Ah, okay. Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. I'm definitely gonna die. I can feel it already.
Me too. Mainly because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, that's a good sign. That's a very good sign.
The attackers are attempting to compromise the server.
Oh. There's one down below.
Oh, they're right next to me.
Yeah.
Attacker drone running.
Can't let him
standard
take two.
protocols. Attacking
Well, I'm
units
dead.
are
I get to take two.
It was right next to me.
Security.
On my side.
Left or right?
Attackers have commandeered the
Right.
server.
Right. Hard right. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, I downed
downed him.
Oh,
Well,
that
at
was
least
terrifying.
Crapel finished him off.
Attacking units have been delayed by defenders. Security violation detected. Defender exposed.
Right. 2v2.
Winnable.
They're getting A.
Attackers
Getting
are
A.
preparing to.
Oh!
Attacking units are bypassing.
Oh,
server
bad luck,
security.
bad luck.
Attacking units have been delayed.
Is that the
by
last guy?
defender Security
I,
that's
response.
no, they had the Twitch with shotgun, or Lion with shotgun as well. I like the 260 ping Belgian is playing Lion with shotgun. That's what you love to see.
Yeah. I don't know what sites are good for this, so
Well, all the sites are the
guided by you
same.
guys.
Like, I don't think it actually changed. I mean, I don't know, but
Oh, right, okay.
I think this just chooses your spawn. I'm not sure.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think if you don't pick a site, it doesn't spawn one of the objectives there. Because there's
right.
4 potential places and there's only 3 things.
That makes sense. I believe it.
And I feel like Media Center is the most commonly picked, like, attacked site. So I wonder if you like don't put any defenders there, it doesn't spawn there. I don't know, just the thought.
That's a good question. This is why we brought you on, Stryder, for those big brain
Attackers
insights.
are inbound. Servers targeted. Defense units
My strat
activated.
is making sure that you put a bulletproof in each objective.
That makes sense. That makes
You
so
can
much
teleport
sense.
to all of them.
I kind of just put it in random spots, so.
Well, that works too.
Defending units have located
Oh,
the
wow.
attackers.
Oh my goodness.
The attackers
Oh, no.
are attempting to compromise the server. Attacker attempts to bypass server security.
I think I'm gonna
Alright,
let him
guys.
have that one, my
Attackers
guy.
located by defending units.
Dumb. There's another one A. I'm ping. It's an Ash.
Server security violation detected. detected.
It's alright, I win
One
these.
defender remaining.
Yeah, I can ping the buck. I don't know where the other one is. They're both on A, I think.
Oh.
Oh, bad luck, dude.
I saw one of them.
Been
I did not see the
eradicated.
other one. Magic.cc. Someone's got to get this guy into Pro League.
Legit. Legit.
All right. Now we get to attack. We can make this work, I believe. No, I'm tempted to run the shotgun.
I don't know who to play. I can't decide.
It's funny, I actually had a question in chat. Hey Dev, what do you think went wrong with Fnatic's season and how do you think they can improve? Ironic time to ask that question. Because they are clearly the kings of Mute Protocol.
Yeah, they've been playing way too much Mute Protocol. That's what's happened.
Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. I think, Fnatic is still trying to adapt to a roster change. They're still trying to adapt to different play styles. And also trying to, the different meta that's in APAC North compared to Oceania. So I think maybe that's all things that they're struggling with, but I personally don't know, and I don't want to assume too much.
Drone deployed.
Well, that's a good start. We got this going.
Oh, I'm so disorientated.
Using drone.
Oh my gosh. I'm so disorientated. I have to get used to this. I teleported in and I forgot what I was looking at.
Consider access to upper levels as restricted.
Taking point.
Oh, I'm dead. Someone was behind me. There was one in A.
There is one attacker active.
Oh, it is this game and
All attackers.
Look, that
There
was
it
a
is.
very
Yep.
close game. Very close game. Look, not gonna lie, I'm terrible at Mute Protocol. I did warn you guys, but hey, look at those. Look at that cosmetic. Diz used to get back onto the
Beautiful.
roster, mate.
Absolutely beautiful.
Have a couple questions in chat. We'll make sure we catch up and get through all these. But here's one for you,
Yes.
Stryder.
okay.
Why do you use Hollow on the Type 89 with Hibana instead of the ACOG?
It's a good question because I think I changed off the ACOG to the Hollow for that game only. I think I was just trying out different combinations. I usually play the ACOG. But I guess in general, I just decided to pick the Hollow because it makes gunfights up close more possible. Cafe is a pretty small map, so I mean there are long angles definitely, but if you're gonna go for a really like tight push, like down prep, or if you want to take bakery, potentially like going for like a really aggressive plant or something, you want to be able to keep your field of view open. And so if you have a Hollow, it allows you to do that. You're always going to win more fights at range with an ACOG, but it's for different reasons.
So were you expecting to get into closer gunfights? I mean, I think the standard thing that people say is bring an ACOG if you think you're going to be playing more passive, like a support, and bring a one-time sight if you can play more aggressive. Do you think is that part of it?
Yeah, it's definitely part of it. Just depends on which map I play and which operator I play. There's some operators where I just have it set to an ACOG just because I prefer it. I've always had it that way. And I'm trying out switching optics on playing different maps like Consulate, which is just a bit larger of a map. So I don't know, don't think too much of it. It's really just personal preference at the end of the day. If you get more kills with a Hollow, I mean, you might as well stick with it, right? It doesn't matter what role you play.
Yeah. I kind of feel that. Like, personally, I play Reflex and everything. I've never felt that comfortable on ACOGs because I just feel like I'm so tunneled in more often than not. So I just found personal preference to switch everything to that. But also, it meant that you're not learning two different optics because on defense, you're generally not running an ACOG. So it means that you can keep it consistent. So that was why I leaned into just running reflex and everything.
Yeah, I think I relied on using ACOGs a lot. Back when I first started playing the game, I just play like Bandit and Jaeger that would have access back in the day when they had an ACOG and Smoke on his SMG-11.
Oh, yes. Oh, so good.
The good old days. I remember being
So,
a Jaeger main with the ACOG. Good times.
Everyone was a Jaeger main, weren't they?
Yeah, I feel like everyone still is a Jaeger main.
Yeah, when I'm told on the nights to play Jaeger, I'm like, oh no.
Oh,
Like
real shame, man. If I have
to.
Oh.
There was a question in chat also, someone keen to hear predictions on how we think Knights will go in Oceanic Stage 2.
Stryder, what do
my
you reckon?
predictions are.
But, yeah, sure, Stryder, let us know.
I don't know, man. Gee, you put me on the spot. I suppose you always just try hardest. I think we'd like to get at least what we got in this tournament, if not better. I think that's a fairly reasonable goal to aim for.
Yeah, I think it's fair to hold those expectations of yourself to do the same, if not better. So, speaking of expectations of doing the same or better, I have that of myself right now because, boy oh boy, that first game was abysmal.
Yeah, look, I did not perform to my full potential in that first game. Get in the drone hole.
Defending units have located.
Hey!
The attackers are attempting to compromise.
Oh no! I got traded.
Oh.
Units are bypassing
Yeah,
service.
There were two in there.
Hey,
Hey,
we
it's
won.
alright. Pudzy V3 has got
All
it.
defenders have been eliminated.
Cards are going hard.
I didn't have enough bullets to pre-fire forever. That was my problem. Yeah, I don't think I was prepared for the intensity of Mute Protocol, honestly. It's much more difficult than I anticipated.
There's a lot to think about. Maybe this is because I haven't played enough of it yet, but I feel like I'm trying to think about so many different things at once.
Yes, I agree.
One thing that's hard to keep in mind on defense is that you don't need to sprint to the other side of the map. You can just teleport there.
Yes.
So I gotta
True.
get my mind around that.
Yeah, true.
Some of the headgears are pretty crazy. Look at that Jackal one. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know, a pizza or something.
Oh, I'm so
Pizza
glad I
robot.
don't have to shoot a pizza box in competitive play.
Defenders must prevent an attacking force from hacking servers.
So I see you're playing a lot of Ace, Stryder. You're going to be an Ace main in the upcoming season.
Oh, bro, his gun's so good. It's just a shame that
I
it's
love
only
the
on
AK-12.
fuse.
Yeah. Feel that. Oh no, I lost a drone.
Attacking
Oh, no!
units are bypassing
I got
server
Oh, no.
security. Attackers located by defending units.
Don't ask. Oh, my position revealed by Prisma, that's great.
This sledge is actually inside the building.
Compromise the
That is
server. Server
a shame.
security violation by attacking units. Suspended.
Oh, no, go, here's
Defending
shotgun.
units have located the
Yikes.
attackers. Attempts to bypass server
Oh, I
security.
Oh, this dude's
All
nuts.
defenders have been
I was like, there's no
terminated.
drones. And then I realized you can't just leave a drone somewhere.
Yes. Hey, we're on match point.
Hey, let's go. I'm definitely doing better than the last game at least, so my KPI is met.
I think the more bullets is the better. That's what I reckon.
Oh yeah.
Who to play? That's the question.
I think they might have been glitching into the map. I don't know.
The sledge was in the map, yes. I did notice that.
Question in chat: how do you think Malusi and Ace is going to be when they get played in competitive?
Well, I feel like me and Raven, we've talked about this a lot on previous episodes. Stryder, what's your take on it?
Defense units activated.
Ace, it's a bit hard to tell because I haven't played too much of him even in a ranked setting. He's just another hard breach at the end of the day. I feel as though the hard breach options that we have at the moment aren't too limiting, so shouldn't be too much of a big problem.
Security.
But Malusi, depending on the position, could be very powerful.
You're right, Stryder.
Server's integrity
Nice.
has been compromised.
Which one do they get?
They got lower, so they got the C.
Do we have a thingo on B?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah. Attacker coming up from first floor on the south side. I don't even remember all the tower callouts. Oh, on A, picking it up, nice.
Oh!
There's another one picking
gone
it
through!
on A, pushing. On ping in the corner.
Oh, in the corner, Stryder.
Security response. There is one attacker active.
On ping. He's picking you from A.
He's got 250 ping.
Nice.
Don't bully the Belgian. Come on.
He wouldn't have been able to hit anything.
That's why he's playing shotguns.
Hey,
Well,
we won.
there you go. We won. I even had a positive KD somehow. Stryder, you didn't even die that game. I don't know how you managed that.
If I get into a enough gunfight, I just press 5 and disappear.
I tried that and I
Zoom.
still died.
It's like those videos of people mid gunfight that whiff and then they just alt F4 because they don't want to.
Yes,
got none of it.
I've seen that. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the chat is not in English, and unfortunately, I do not speak. I think it's Spanish, but I'm not sure.
I think there's some Portuguese in there as well.
Portuguese. Suppressor and angled on the Scorpion, brave choice. Look, I like pain. That's all I can say. I like pain. And I also like being able to blame, if I miss, I like being able to blame the game. You know, blaming the gun instead of blaming myself. That's the strategy.
Just put suppressor and everything, just gimp everything.
Yeah,
reflex.
I noticed the APAC North League. I actually did a poll the other day on Twitter. What's the best attachment on Zofia? And XQQ, the coach from Cyclops, replied and said, "Dev, there is only one choice if you're from APAC, and that's the suppressor."
Yeah.
He's got a point, you know.
For a long time, I feel as though there were people that weren't running an angled, like a grip at all on Jaeger.
Well, that's because...
Do you remember that?
Yeah, there was actually a point where I think Rizraz started it. People were convinced that having no grip on Jaeger actually had better recoil.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Rizraz.
Yeah. I actually did that for a little while. I ran no grip on Jaeger.
Well, what? Did it help?
I think so, yeah.
It's all placebo.
I agree. I mean, I
feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, like, even if it's placebo, but it actually has an effect, like, that still works, right? It still makes a difference. Even if it's just like a dumb choice, but it actually makes you play better, then why not?
I can't fault your logic. It's why placebos work.
Exactly. I reckon
you needed to have like a test.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like a control test, you know what I mean? Like you play 2 games, you don't know whether you've got the vertical grip or not, and then you've got to decide on which game you had better recoil control.
Yeah, look, I'm sure we can instigate that. Now, if you didn't know, you can actually buy the the special packs with Renown. I just bought one, and I am opening it, and I'm hoping to get a headgear. I actually got the K1A skin for Vigil. Welded nickel. Looks pretty cool. I'll take that. I'm really hoping I can get the Mirror and Ying headgears. They're the ones that I think look absolutely awesome. They're my favorites.
I just want skins because I can't run skin.
Outfits, yeah.
Yeah, outfits.
That's true.
True.
Though, that being said, the pancake head on the Jackal does look pretty good.
It's pretty solid.
It reminds
me
me
giggle every time.
Yeah, it reminds me of like, I don't know, like I can't think of the specific character, but it's like someone out of Star Wars or one of those other like sci-fis. Gives me a specific vibe, but I don't know what for. You feel me?
For who again, sorry?
I don't know. Like I don't know what character. Some character that I can't think of.
It looks like...
Ying just... Sorry, you go, Stryder.
I think... hang on. You go. I'm going to try and find a picture and send it to you.
Okay. The Ying just gives me Doctor Who vibes.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what about it, but it just does.
There's a great episode of Doctor Who called The Girl in the Fireplace, which has these like Renaissance style clockwork monsters, and it looks a bit like that. Reminds me of that. And the one person in chat who knows that episode, I appreciate you.
I've watched a lot of it. Depends on which series you're talking about.
Series 2. David Tennant.
Oh, never mind. Oh, David Tennant. That's not series. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched a lot of David Tennant.
Series 2 of the reboot.
Oh, the reboot. Yeah. Right.
I have only really watched the reboot. David Tennant mainly. I have them all on DVD.
Yeah.
And now that I have...
I like that one.
Yeah. Well, now that we have revealed our nerdiness to society... yeah.
I feel as though it's one of those things that if you've watched it, you love it. If you haven't watched it, then you hate it until you watch it.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I feel that. It's definitely got a cult following.
Hey. Pop off.
Are we playing Fnatic and Magic again?
No, we're not. The BO3 is not there.
My disappointment is immeasurable and my day has been ruined.
Yeah, I put my finger on it before, Dev. I feel as though it looks like the Rob robot from Nintendo.
Yes, it does.
I can yes.
That, yeah. Also reminds me of the little droids in Star Wars that like the Jawas have. I don't know if you know which ones, like the pit droids or something.
Yes, I know the ones you mean.
Reminds me of those as well a little bit.
Yeah. Cool art style. I like it. I like the whole like retro sci-fi kind of vibe. It's quite nice.
It's almost cyberpunk, I feel. Like the pink and blue is a very cyberpunk kind of
oh yeah,
color scheme. But yeah, I really like it.
I doubt when the event's over, they just remove the assets from the game. I feel as though it'd be great to revisit them in like a custom game or something. There's so many times I want to go play the Wild West game mode.
Man, Showdown, I love Showdown so much.
I feel like if there was Showdown Esports, Raven would probably leave his job to coach that.
Look, you're not wrong, man. I did enjoy a lot of Showdown. Oh.
Access to upper levels as
Oh, they keep shooting my drone. I can't get in the building.
Oh no, I'm so screwed. Oh no. Oh, there's one on ping. Shooting me through the floor.
And pro next to me.
Server security violation
I got
detected.
absolutely messed up just then. I can't spectate anyone. Why can't I spectate you? For switch view, it ain't working. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I can't do it either.
I pressed escape, it fixed it.
Ah.
The attackers have hacked into a server.
If you clutch this, you win.
Thank you for shooting my drone.
It helps a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just get to spawn back on the roof.
Have you noticed the drone noises are slightly different too?
Yeah.
It's really strange. These guys on the other team keep like running around the map. Like, why would you run when you can teleport?
Yeah, old mate might be invisible right now.
Nah, I don't think so. Which one is it? It's not the Vigil. It's the Alibi, maybe?
I think it was a mirror. That's the guy that killed me. I think it was a mirror. It was on B when he killed me.
Attacking units are bypassing server security. Defending units have located the attackers.
Oh!
Nice. Good job, dude.
Destroyed.
Yep. He definitely wins those. Look at that. One tap.
Oh, I love his gun, bruh. I love it.
You know what's funny is like it wouldn't matter what gun you had just then because you one tapped it. It's not like the recoil or the fire rate or the damage made a difference.
It's
The sound
placebo,
makes a
Dev.
difference.
Yeah, exactly. The sound. I love the sound.
But by the time that you'd clicked, like you hadn't heard the sound yet.
It's just the knowledge that I'm gonna hear it when I click.
All right. I appreciate that. I'm just gonna stick King.
There's a question in chat. What do you think is the most underrated gun in the game?
The Nox primary, which is
FMG.
smoke secondary.
FMG9?
Yeah. That was so good. People trash on that, but its fire rate's insane.
It's very good.
What?
It doesn't do a lot of damage
I feel
at long
that.
ranges, but it does in close range.
I'm sure Dev will fully remember, but back in the day, a long time ago, when I used to play Smoke a lot, I used to play FMG9 Red Dot
Yeah.
in competitive, and that was heaps of fun. I used to love that gun. That's all do, but oh my gosh.
Attacking units have been delayed. Security response.
Traded.
The attackers are attempting to compromise the server.
Close your eyes, Nook.
Attacker attempts to compromise a server have halted. Is left.
Oh, only one left.
Alright, I guess I'll go for another objective then.
Corrupted by the attackers.
Oh, it's
Defending
contested.
units have
Alright, I've
located
gotta
the
go for him.
attackers.
Never mind.
Hey.
Oh, we got the
Have
1D.
been terminated.
For a second I thought it was gonna be a hip fire too.
That would have been nuts.
Jackal headgear resembles Alpha from Power Rangers. I will take your word for it. I actually did see the Power Rangers film that,
Oh.
I don't know, was like, I don't know, came out.
Can
early
we
2000s or whatever.
can we each spawn in one of the objectives, place down your camera, and whenever they go in it, we just all spawn on the camera?
Deal. I'm gonna
Alright.
do restaurant.
All right, I'll go I'll
do
go
T.
tea room. Okay, I'll do CO then.
All right.
You gotta get your cameras down.
Alright.
It's gonna be hectic.
I'm keen. We can do this.
They can't shoot us all, right?
It's true. Yeah, I was playing with
Yeah,
old
it
mate
is true.
Sky. His strategy was just to chuck a camera down and just like sit in the ether and like flick through all of them. As soon as he
Attacking
sees someone,
units
just
have
gets off
entered
and
the
shoots them.
facility and are targeting
I think
servers.
there's a little bit of grace as well, like invulnerability
Is it
time.
Oh yeah,
There's
yeah.
only
I guess
3,
so.
but I'm so confused. What am I doing? I'm so lost in the source, guys.
I'm just gonna put
Alright.
my Ramirez down in random positions.
Have you got your
I'm
camera
in the
down?
ether.
My camera's in C.
Yeah.
Gotta look.
Make sure you let us
think
know.
they're
what
gonna
number
go
you're
for an
coming
A.
to.
I have a camera on A. I'm watching it.
What number is it?
So 8 is B, 7
7.
is A, and 6 is C.
Attacking
Okay.
units are bypassing
Alright,
server
I'm
security.
going.
Defending
Left side on ping.
I whiffed because he crashed.
Oh no.
units have located.
What? Behind me!
Oh no!
Oh no! Our strategy!
They had us outplayed, mate. They had us fully outplayed.
Good.
It's alright, we can do that again. We will overcome, adapt, improvise.
Might need to put cameras in more sneaky spots.
Yeah. You just put it in a sneaky spot in that objective, because you know that they're in there, right? You don't have to like be able to actually see where they are on the camera. You usually put it on the floor as well.
Yeah, if I put it in the objective though, they'll know when I spawn in because it will contest. But if I do it just outside,
This is big brain. I like it. It's like the Oryx pick, Raven. You're a bit of an Oryx fan.
I do like a bit of Oryx. Also, I just think his cosmetics for this too look pretty good, pretty cool.
Yeah, Iron Man.
But yeah, Oryx is a lot of fun.
Defenders must prevent
Alright,
attacking
I'll do
force
C.
from hacking servers.
I got B.
I've
There's
got
actually
A,
already
but
one
it's,
in C
it's
by
on the
default.
floor.
There's actually one in C by default. I'll put a second one in.
The B is 7.
So C is 8 and 4. 4, you actually won't be in the objective when you spawn in.
Ah, yeah.
Hear him above 5.
Attacking
Hello.
units are bypassing.
Which one is
servers.
that?
A again?
A.
Defenders
Oh, jeez.
have located
Oh.
these hackers.
Sit just outside the objective.
Oh no! Click the wrong button.
Server integrity has been compromised.
Oh.
Try just C4. I'm just gonna sit the other objectives.
Oh, get him, Dev!
One defender
Yes.
active.
Oh, it's a hard ask.
Server security violation detected.
You could teleport in.
Attacking units suspended.
True.
Attacking units have
No!
No, that was a good play. Good play.
Oh,
Servers
bro.
entered.
I did catch him kind of off. Like, that Ash did not know what was up. They already have
Seems as though
that.
they're going together as one big pack, which makes our strat difficult.
Yes.
Yes. They are moving together, which is just yeah, hard to work around.
It's alright. Ultimate overtime is what this game deserved.
There's a question in chat for you, Stryder, and that's what made you want to play competitive?
Well, I did like the game, and it was interesting to me. At the time, I wasn't really playing too competitively at all, not even ranked, but it was something that I wanted to try out. I feel as though there's a lot more burning desire these days for people to want to get into competitive, but at the time, for me, it was just a hobby and something I wanted to explore. So, like finishing up my HSC was definitely a big thing as well, my final year at school, because then I would have had a bit more time, or so I thought, to invest into playing competitively.
Servers can be compromised.
And then I went to uni and then not so much.
Where's the best place to go with your drone? I really don't know. I've always just gone straight down the elevator shaft, but I really don't know if there's a better place to go.
You think drone.
Is that the Jaeger?
Yeah, that was the Jaeger.
Come out wherever you are.
Getting a better angle.
Got one.
The attackers are
A is
attempting
clear.
to compromise the server. Attacker attempts to bypass server security have stopped.
Oh my god, I just looked at a guy for so long.
They're gonna let us have
The
it.
server has been corrupted by the attackers.
All right, I'm sweating. We're gonna win this. Where do you wanna go?
Oh, one just jumped in the window.
Just get on your drone. At
Me
least
too.
then, even if you die, you don't actually like die. You get to respawn. You wanna go B or C or both? Like we could split one each.
I reckon split.
Server security
I'm B right now.
violation detected.
Going dark.
One defender is left.
Nice, right
off.
on,
Go off.
my
It's in
dude.
the cans.
My game just went film noir, by the way. It's all black and white. It looks awesome. Like, literally, as you guys clutched, it just went black and white. It looks so good.
Look at that, mate. Very, very good.
Another question for you, Stryder. What were you studying?
What were I studying? I'm still studying. I'm at university right now studying. Well, when I first started uni, I was studying software engineering, so Bachelor of Engineering Software, and I transferred to advanced computing. So I'm like a computer nerd, you could say.
Nice. I did a couple of years of computer science myself, so I feel you.
Couple years, and then the siege life swept you up, and
Actually, yes. But also I kind of felt like computer science wasn't my thing long term in the end. But also at the time I was working a full-time job, I was doing uni part-time, and I was trying to make competitive Siege happen.
that's rough.
Yes, it was way too much. I would be up until my day, I think I've said it before on stream, but basically I would go to work, I'd work a 9 to 5 job, I'd go home, I'd eat dinner, jump on for scrims at about 7, scrim until 1 a.m., and then I would do like assignment work or research until like 3 in the morning. And that was like
Wow.
rinse repeat. Yeah, it was so bad for me. So uni ended up being the thing that gave way.
Yeah.
But yeah, haven't looked back, so.
How does it feel to have your work kind of combined with Siege now?
Really good. It doesn't even feel like work, if I'm completely honest with you. Like waking up on a Monday, for example, it just feels like any other day. It's good.
I bet you if you went back a couple years and told you that this is what you'd be doing, you wouldn't believe yourself.
I would definitely agree with you on that one, man. Especially because like it just feels like so much happens in a short space of time in esports. So like 2 whole years ago, I think I was still playing. Maybe pretty close to the end of my player career.
Yeah, pretty sure I remember killing you.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. That being said, I'm very sure in my last season of Pro League, we beat you guys like 5-1 or 6-1 on Clubhouse, and that was
I think I remember that.
a really good map for us.
I remember everyone was very sad because I was working with Stryder at the time, helping coach to boot. I remember everyone was very, very sad about that one. They definitely thought you guys were a guaranteed win.
How'd we lose to control?
Exactly.
I'm not surprised, but hey. Yeah, look,
you
all
guys
that stuff
played
just
so
feels like that feels like so long ago. Like
when you
honestly,
guys beat
if I was
Fnatic on Oregon and like their opening game in the season.
like that was a
that felt
draw.
good.
That was a draw, but yes,
remember
that,
that, like,
was
we
also
beat-
the best game of my life.
We beat Fnatic on Oregon in Pro League.
Which
I remember that.
When Taboo
Oh.
Or
It was like the only team to win a map off Fnatic, and it was on Oregon. And then they beat us on the next map.
We got a job to do.
I forgot that.
Defenders
It was
must
Mindfreak, I think. I don't think it was Fnatic.
reinforce server
right.
Yeah, it would have
But
been.
you know,
Yeah.
same guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Name.
Drone's ready.
Good times.
I remember when they first came to PC and versed Aces in casual, and
Same.
he picked Blackbeard on Clubhouse.
Classic aces.
is located by the attacker attempts to bypass server security have stopped.
Oh, fantastic.
Is this contested?
Oh wait, this isn't a
This
side.
isn't an objective. Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks,
Oh,
Raven.
no.
Thanks,
I'm
Raven.
so sorry, dude. I heard the sound. I heard the sound of someone teleporting in. And I was just like, oh my god, I just flicked and shot.
Destroyed me, mate.
Remains operational.
Oh, that's all right. I will forgive and forget.
It was worth it, not gonna lie.
Oh, I get to spectate Stryder anyway. Better gameplay quality for the viewers.
Server security violation.
Yeah, look, I'm sure.
Okay.
Got this.
Okay. Let's do
Oh,
that.
it's a 1v1 anyway.
Violation detected. Attacker attempts to compromise the server have halted.
Remember, he can teleport much faster than you can drone.
Yes.
It only matters if he has the right cameras, though.
Units are bypassing server security.
Surely he doesn't just let you in this. Hello?
I don't think he has any idea.
What?
The attackers have hacked into the
Alright.
server.
Maybe he's just trying to play safe on the other two? I don't know.
Yeah, hello.
The attackers are attempting to compromise the server. Attackers located by defending units. All
Too good.
defenders have been eliminated.
I was thinking, what if he has a C4? But then I realized you can't get C4 in this this game mode.
It's true.
I actually tried to throw a C4 in like last game. And then I was going on my camera. I was like so confused. It took me so long to figure out what happened. Who to play? Who to play? How did you try to balance Siege and Uni? I guess that's a question for you two, because I did Uni, but I wasn't really into Siege at the time, so it's more of a question for you guys.
Yeah, it's a good question. I think a lot of people think that you can't do both, and that's definitely not true. Dino and I both go to university, and we heard from Raven that he does or did before. Scrims is definitely, it takes up like 4 hours, or I'd say, like 8 to 12. But during the day, like, you can do other things. I haven't got the schedule to be able to do like streaming and stuff till like late hours, which most people can do. Like I know that Stigs used to stream at late hours, but when he'd be streaming, I'd be doing university stuff, and so I guess that was my way of finding what works.
I think there's always a way to balance something like full-time and then Siege.
Boosting advance.
Attacking units are bypassing server security.
Oh,
Server
no.
security violation by attacking units suspended. The attackers are attempting to
Hey.
Well,
have been
we
terminated.
did it. Round 2-1. I haven't even got a kill yet. But round 2-1. I'll take it.
But you died, Dev. I mean, that's
Yeah, my
Jeez.
only death just came from a trolling teammate.
yeah. Look, you say that, but
To kind of go back to that question, Dev, to do with balancing uni, I feel as though the more important thing, it depends on like who your parents are and whatever, is kind of proving to them that you can balance both. You've always got enough time to do university stuff. I mean, Raven even had enough time to have a full-time job, which is crazy.
Yup.
But you have to still have to like put in the work for your uni. And if you can get results at your uni, then I think that's what's more important at the end of the day. Or as what Raven did, like if you're not going to put your like whole time into it, just pause it for now and focus on
attacking force from hacking
playing
servers.
competitively. But also, like, Raven had a source of to kind of back up that.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing that you brought up about getting support from family members, or at least just an appreciation. Because a lot of people who are playing, a lot of people who are playing in comp are, you know, usually in their 20s or even younger, and being able to get, you know, support from family, just to know that your family is like, you know, approving or supporting you emotionally, it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
You know, that they understand, you know, if you're why are you playing video games every night from 8 till 12? Well, actually, that's, you know, practice time. It's not just fun and games.
Yeah, it's definitely a great point.
We did just get destroyed in that round, though.
We did just get destroyed. Oh my gosh. When they did that first lion scan, I heard like them teleporting, and then there was just like 2 in my face.
I teleported behind this guy right after he killed you, and I just whiffed every shot. I was like trying to keep my sentence going. Mid-combat. Oh, I got destroyed.
Good job. But I think I'm getting used to this. It's still hard, but I think I'm getting used to it.
I'm definitely not used to it.
Defenders
Just having a rough one down there.
hacking servers.
Yeah, well,
Setting up a diversion.
it's tough. Life is tough.
Traded.
Oh, hello.
Oh, Dev.
Attacker remains active.
Yeah, I know. What can I say? I think you must have been sitting in there for a while, because I didn't hear him.
Enter your floor selection here.
Oh, okay.
Defender remaining.
It's alright. We got the 1v1 here, and there you go.
All attackers.
Hey.
Jax Gaming. I'll take that.
Good
I'll take
stuff.
that. Very, very, very good stuff. Oh, it really does, like, this game is like so completely different to Rainbow Six Siege. Like, the only thing that is the same is like the movement mechanics, I feel, and like the gun mechanics, but almost everything is different. It's such a breath of fresh air.
Don't you reckon playing this feels like what it was playing like original Siege back in the day? Like, there's so many things to learn that there could potentially be like a really busted, overpowered strat, but it would take a long time for people to find it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. You know, it might be really powerful, but people don't understand it yet. Things like, you know, bandit tricking. I'm trying to think, what is it? There's some things people are doing these days, and you know, the mechanic's been in the game forever, but people didn't use it. I can't remember what. Well, things like, I guess, upside down rappelling even. You know, people complain about that, but that was always in the game.
Bullet holes.
Yep. Bullet holes.
Quick peeking.
Yeah.
Drop shotting, although
Oh, the good old days of drop shotting.
probably didn't need too hard work at it. I think deployable shields even. Like just doing like pixel peeks and deployable shields back when they had the little before they had the little glass in it.
I think even if you blocked up all the glass and deployable shields, people would still use them now better than they used them back in the day before the deployable shields got reworked. Because once those little slits got introduced, people started to think about deployable shields completely differently. And I think some of that would stay around even if they removed the slits. And I think that people would still use deployable shields differently.
Yeah, even as someone who used to play deployable shields a lot, I didn't like it when they introduced the slits because I already knew how good they were. I didn't want more people to pick it.
You were just ahead of the curve, bro.
Yeah, and like all I ever played was mirror. So with pocket mirrors, like I'm out of business.
Remember the good old days of Stryder maining mirror? Mirror and Bach main?
Yeah, what happened?
They took away box nades. And everyone bans mirror. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, when they introduced banning, I was like, okay, guess I'm not playing mirror anymore.
I remember the good old days when you I remember sitting in a custom game with you and you figured out this way to throw a C4 through like 2 floors, like making this tiny slit hole, like this perfect line
On
up.
border.
The one I remember was actually Oregon. It was how to C4 someone in old Oregon standing outside big window from downstairs in showers.
Oh, yeah.
Through the floor.
I learned that one from Fnatic.
Oh, really?
You know, the Frenchman, oui.
Back
in the day.
Fnatic, not the team Fnatic.
Yes, Fnatic.
Oh.
Yes, he showed me that one, or I saw him do that. I also knew another C4, which I guess now borders out of the pool, doesn't really matter. You used to be able to throw a C4 out of customs and into passport up through the floor of security. I think I showed you that one, Dev.
Did you throw it through one floor and then it comes down the other side and then into passport?
Yeah, yeah, and you kill the thermite player.
Oh no. Yeah, I think I remember that one.
I feel like I did it in a comp game once and no one saw it.
Oh.
I was kind of glad.
I don't know whether you showed me this one, but one I definitely used a lot when I played comp, and I still use in ranked if it happens. It's like when people play on the AC balcony and border, and you're downstairs in vents, and you can throw it through the floor all the way outside the window. And if they are on that window, they are dead. Like if they are playing that window, they are dead.
I didn't know that one. I'm glad I didn't play you in ranked.
Surely not. Surely you knew that one.
Not all the way up through the window. Oh, I didn't know you could do it.
It's so
chuck
good.
That far.
Yeah,
you
you
got
can
chuck
throw
on
it.
the sill or something.
No, it goes out the window and kills them if they're playing either side of the window.
Bro, that's good. So glad it's out of the pool. All the deadly strats coming out. Yeah, I used to have some pretty nasty drone spots on that map, and no one knew where they were. Even now.
I'm always destroying people in ranked with my drone spots on border.
Drone spots, camera spots, theme park in particular springs to mind with other camera spots.
Yes.
And Outback, another one you were super pedantic about.
Oh, Outback. My cam
Outback.
spots on Outback. Oh, man. People just... It's hilarious. Like, people bring IQ, and I'll be, like, watching them on my camera. And they just won't know a thing.
Dev's a ranked star.
I am. I'm just... The only thing that I don't have in common with your typical ranked star is good aim. But aside from that, yes. Bit of a rank theme.
You get the elo. You just drone in Sky. Sky does all the shooting.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I've actually lost about 250 elo in the last few days. It's been tough. Losing a lot of games.
No good, mate. Been solo queuing or something.
Nope.
Look, I haven't played much lately, but it just seems like every time I look back in, I'm losing elo to roll back. This season in particular, it just it's happened a lot. It's like, oh, okay.
I played the same cheaters a few times, and I think I ended up beating them as many times as I lost to them. So I think I was net 0 afterwards.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I mean, the feeling of beating a cheater surely beats any elo that you could possibly get.
It's true. I remember one game last season, Salix in particular. I was playing with Salix from Wildcard.
Salix was cheating, was he?
No.
I knew it.
Salix is big brain when it comes to killing cheaters. He knows the strats, mate. We were playing on Villa, and you know bricks, like at that doorway from stat to master.
Yep.
We just had 5 players sitting on there because they were trying to floor bang us. And they used up all of their ash charges trying to just kill us from below, and like they just tried to shoot us through the floor. They spent like 2 minutes doing that, and then they just like ran into us with no utility, and we had like 3 deployable shields there, and like all of our ADSs and all mites, and we won. Honestly, could not believe it. It was hilarious.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's
such a good feeling.
Salix has. We're playing cheaters. They're just gonna shoot us through the floor. Hey, let's just 5-stack on bricks.
You play like a lot of Monty and Blitz and stuff on attack.
We played a lot of Blitz, but Monty was banned. They banned Monty. They didn't ban the Clash, which was the joke was on them. Salix destroyed them on Clash. Also, Todd went around and killed everyone playing Blackbeard.
Jeez.
Why didn't they ban Blackbeard?
They can't ban everything against us.
Surely there are creative ways of taking care of a Monty as a cheater.
Yeah, well, I think I was playing Blitz or Fuse. Actually, maybe this was the game where they didn't ban Monty. I can't remember. I was playing some shield, and they ended up bringing Oryx to try and deal with me. And it's just hilarious. Like, you try and see the cheater's brain cells, like, slowly, like, the cogs are turning, but they just, like, don't understand the game at all. It's funny. But at the moment, it's really not finding a game.
Yeah, just all of a sudden dried up.
7-minute queue. We're not getting queue sniped anymore. Hey, everyone watching, we got 533 people watching. Can you guys queue right now so we can find a game? Thanks.
Yes, please.
Yeah, we're asking to queue snipe, please.
We just want to find a game. If we had 533 people right now queue, then we would actually find a game, guaranteed.
This is true. You're not wrong, man.
What if all the cheaters are watching because they want to hear how you counter cheaters?
They're trying to counter us.
Jeez.
That's dedication. Look, I'll take the extra viewers. I'll take it. So if we got a minute, Stryder, why don't you talk to us a little bit about, like, do you do anything outside of, like, in terms of within the Siege or gaming scene, aside from playing for your team? Like, you've talked about how some people would stream. Do you do, like, YouTube or anything like that? Is there any other content you have out there that you want to plug?
I mean, I do have a YouTube channel, but I mean, that's not really dedicated to Rainbow Six. I've like played lots of games in the past, especially since playing competitively. I haven't been able to upload to that. So I don't know. You could probably just search up Stryder Epic. Don't forget the Epic. Otherwise, you won't find me. I'm not that popular. If you really want to have a look at that content, I'm pretty proud of some of the stuff I've done in there. But in terms of content, I don't do a whole lot. A lot of my time outside of the game is spent on just doing stuff. Yeah, like outside of a computer. My uni degree is on a computer, and playing Siege is on a computer, so I do my best to try and get away from that. Spend time elsewhere.
Yeah, and look, that's great advice. Is if you do spend a lot of time on Siege and like at a computer in general, is sometimes it's good to just get up and do some other stuff for a little while.
I definitely find that if you like work 9 to 5 or, you know, during the day on a computer, and then your recreation is on a computer, and I mean, it's different for you, Stryder, because you've got, you know, your work kind of forms in two sides. You've got your uni work and your Siege work. That's all on a computer. And if you're like me, like, you know, a lot of your work's on the computer, and then your primary recreation is playing games is on the computer, you know, it's important to have something else, whether that's, you know, playing a sport, walking the dog, playing an instrument, cooking.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky to have a good set of friends that are always looking to do fun things. Like just this last week, as we've been having a break from Siege, I went to go play a game of squash with some of my friends, and
nice.
Suffice to say, my entire body is aching because it was a lot of effort. Not to say that I'm not fit, but I definitely ran into the wall a couple times.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It's intense.
Squash sounds like a really difficult game. You'd have to be really agile and have like really good as an anaerobic fitness, I think, to be able to play that one.
Yeah. If I got 11-0'd by my friend, everyone wanted me to do a nudie run, but that didn't happen.
What, you didn't get 11-0'd or you didn't do the nudie run?
Yes and yes.
Oh,
Good again.
we do. So if you guys are watching in chat at the moment, we are here every week, by the way. You know, Late Night Siege, this is something that me and Raven do every week. We often have guests on, such as Stryder, whether they're, you know, we had content creators on, we've had professional players on. So feel free to drop by. You know, we hang out every Friday night, 8 p.m. AEST, that's Australian time, or Australian Eastern Standard Time, I should say. But, you know, if you're from across the globe, just write 8 p.m. AEST 2 and then the name of your city, and Google should convert it for you and should be able to figure out what time it is to watch us. But yeah, we're here every week. You can watch our previous episodes as well over on YouTube, Rainbow Six ANZ. And if you follow Rainbow Six ANZ on Instagram, Twitter, etc., you'll be able to see us as well. And any news for when we're going live, or whichever guest we're having on for the coming week.
Definitely want to tune in next week as well, because we do have an exciting little giveaway.
We got a job to do.
That will be happening.
Defenders must repel
you teased them,
attack
Raven. You
vectors
teased them.
before servers can
Yeah.
be compromised.
You'll have to wait and see what I mean.
Speaking of giveaways, Twitch drops are enabled right now, by the way. The 6 major Twitch drops are enabled for this stream, so stop asking in chat, please. Thank you.
They'll be giving away the long lost Go For codes that Jeebus hasn't handed out.
They are akin to the black hole here.
Oh! Someone just teleported
Dev.
behind me. I got wrecked. I was mid jackal scan, and I was trying to jackal scan someone, and I got wrecked. I heard the teleport noise. It didn't twig that it was someone teleporting behind me.
Hey, Raven, behind you, there's a smoke just sitting there. He was sitting in the hallway. Might have gone the other way now.
Oh, that guy just got deleted.
This rook is pretty good.
The most confusing call out that guy just gave me. It's behind me, and I was like moving around, and I'm like, which one's behind me?
There's one on the Gridlock's drone right now. It's Vigil. The Vigil is just chasing the drone. Oh, he shot it.
I died.
These guys are the shotgun crew, aren't they?
Yeah, I got shot in the back.
Well, I'm pretty sure they both have shotguns, Stryder.
It feels weird not being able to go on drones to you.
Yes, yes.
Attacking units are bypassing server security. Attackers located by defending units.
Oh,
nice.
Active.
He's got a shotgun.
One attacker is left. The attackers are attempting to compromise the server. Attacker attempts to compromise a server have halted. Defending units have located the attackers.
Ooh, cheeky. Oh,
Yes, Stryder! It's the ace
plays.
bro. Good job.
the plays. Look
Yeah,
at
the
that.
ace with the ace.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh my.
Nice. Love it.
And you don't actually make like the sprinting noise if you throw your drone, so it's a faster way to rotate and a sneakier way to rotate. Genius, dude.
It's Ace's gun.
It's all on
Pretty
the
good,
gun.
isn't it?
All on the gun, man. Amaru, hey? I don't know if there's like almost anywhere on this map you can actually use Amaru.
Up some of the hatches, I guess you could do it for like quick transportation, but then again, like the game mode, like with the drones
the
and stuff.
drones. Yeah. I mean, I thought about
Would
playing
really?
like Yana, and I'm like, nope, Yana is just worse drones.
Yana. That's interesting. You'd be able to like drone your drone.
The left edge.
No! He was invincible.
I refragged for you.
Oh, thank you, bro.
Hold on.
I'm pretty sure I headshot him, but I think he was still like transitioning.
Remaining.
This is so funny.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I was spectating that whole time. You see, you baited him so hard.
Oh, dude.
Oh no. We have got a question in chat. Magic says, favorite in-game event so far? I think I know what Raven's answer is going to be. What do you...
Showdown.
Showdown? Yeah.
Oh, I think Showdown was pretty good, though. I think watching the content for the Halloween event was so much fun. The one where like people would like it was so hard to win on defense, but if you played
Doctor's Curse?
Yeah, Doctor's Curse.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was so good.
Yeah,
I remember watching like Nico play that event. Like some of his videos on that are hilarious. Like how he just like dip and go invisible and crouch under people. It's it was good.
At the start, like you're saying, everyone thought it was just unbelievably attacker-sided. And then I think it was like the night it came out, I ended up staying up until like 3 AM playing it with like a 5-stack. We stratted it out, and like we played up against like I think it was a 5-stack of like Sinister players or something, and they were just like nice. And yeah, we end. Oh no, I just lost.
Attackers located.
Trying to think and shoot all these drones at the same time just does not work with my brain. And yeah, like we just stratted out, and it was like incredibly sweaty, like overtime game with all these defense round wins. It was insane.
Defending units have located the attacker security violation by attacking units.
Shotguns, bro. Oh my lord, these
They're
guys
all
with
shotguns. They love their shotguns, don't they?
I'm trying to think back to some of these other events that I really enjoyed. Showdown was definitely my favorite.
Magic is
Yeah,
Rainbow is Magic one.
Oh yeah, I remember Magic was pretty good. Yeah.
Mr. Waffles needs your help.
Oh dude.
A server has been corrupted by the attackers.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my top 3. Like the 3 that we've pretty much said are like my top 3. Doctor's Curse, Showdown, Rainbow's Magic. That's so good.
Showdown was the most fun for like tryharding to me personally.
Yeah.
Does Outbreak count? Because I reckon that's pretty good.
Surely not. Surely Outbreak gets its own category. I remember playing a lot of Outbreak with you actually, Stryder.
Yeah, Ying, and you always used to flash me.
Yeah, and team kill you. I don't know if you remember that as well. I team killed you a ton on that.
That was so much fun. Yeah, we used to rock the LMGs.
Yes, yeah, all LMGs. Who did we play with? Who was our 3-stack? It was you, me, and someone else.
Compromise a server have halted. One attacker
Oh no.
remaining.
Oh, so this is a good strat. I like this. Don't shoot the drone. Oh, there you go. He shot the drone. Never mind.
Nah, he should lose that fight, I think, because the attacker, when he spawns in, is invulnerable for a couple seconds.
Really? You reckon you'd lose the fight?
I reckon you will, yeah. I wish I could try it.
Attacking units are bypassing server security. Attacking units have been delayed by defender security response. Attacking attempts to bypass server security have stopped. Attacking units.
Oh, we're gonna win.
Oh no!
Attackers are attempting
I kind of want to lose this round so that I get to play another one.
Remains active.
I need to redeem myself.
Bro, shoot his drone.
Attacking
Oh!
Oh,
I
no
guess that
way.
disproves your point.
Attackers have been destroyed.
Okay, yeah, if he shot his drone, we would have won that round anyway.
Oh, on time.
Yeah, on time.
Yeah, I didn't really look at the timer. That's a good point.
Oh, we became so good at this, you know?
Speak for yourself.
I like shooting drones. So I get all my points in comp.
I think there's a challenge for shooting drones, actually. at the moment, weekly.
Oh, I haven't added any of my challenges. Oh, that is so
no,
sad.
that's
Oh
tragic,
no,
mate.
Stryder.
That's tragic. 15 drones you gotta destroy, mate. That's all. I think that's about all we've got time for in terms of playing that game mode. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna bring us
I'd
back
say
to
so.
the screen.
Put my pants back on. I say that
Yes.
every week.
Yeah, you do. So, wow, yeah, I mean, that was, I'm so bad at that game mode, holy. I'm very, very bad at that game mode, that's all I can say.
Look, it was hard at first. It was probably harder than I expected. Tonight was the first time I've played it, and for some reason I had this picture that it was going to be easy, but no, it was not easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the rewiring of the brain. It's got a teleport everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically the program for tonight in terms of the episodes. We got a chance to go through the video or the match from Stryder Knights versus Okami from the major. Great game, and if you want to go back and watch that breakdown that we had with Stryder, I recommend going back and checking out the VOD. You can find that on YouTube. So I recommend going and checking that out. Aside from that, that's pretty much all that we've got for tonight. Stryder, we've managed to pull some strings, and we've got you a box of goodies to give to you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we've also got a cool little box of goodies that you can give away on your socials as well. So I'll chat to you about that afterwards, and we can get that sorted out. So I hope you enjoyed that. But yeah, thank you very much for coming along tonight. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we
no
appreciate
worries,
it.
boys.
Now, one other thing that we wanted to mention is that if you're interested in playing some competitive games, there's a great way to get into it, which is if you go to play.rainbow6apac.com. We've got the Rainbow Six Open Weeklies, which you can play in if you're from the ANZ region, from Oceania. There's also Open Weekly Cups in other regions as well, but specifically for Oceania, that's where you want to go, play.rainbow6apac.com. And check it out. I mean, I've played in a few of the weekly cups before. I know Raven and Stryder have had their fair share as well. So definitely recommend giving it a shot. And yeah, as Magic has put in chat, go follow Stryder on Twitter. And if you end up doing that giveaway, Stryder, then that's, I guess, where it'll probably be from. But is there anything else you guys wanted to touch on before we close? Raven, anything I've forgotten?
Yeah, look, I was just going to talk a little bit more about those ESL Cups. It's a great way to just have a lot of fun for one thing, but also just get that little taste if you're a little bit interested in competitive Siege. I know I can say I started out with ESL Community Cups back in the day. I'm sure Stryder was probably the same as well. And yeah, look, Stryder just played in the Oceanic Major Grand Final, came second. So it's a good place to start. I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, and as always, big thanks for having me on the show, and to the Pittsburgh Knights for supporting our team as we're able to compete in all these big tournaments. It means a lot to us. And yeah, it's been great to have you on my show.
It's your show now, mate.
It's mine.
You can have it.
Hopefully you guys learnt something tonight about how we play on Cafe and how Cafe is played. So yeah, it's been good. I'll catch you guys another time.
Awesome. Thanks again, Stryder, for coming along. And yeah, everyone watching right now, if you missed the episode, if you're just tuning in now, you can go watch it all back on our Twitch or on our YouTube, Rainbow Six ANZ. If you follow our Twitter and our Instagram, you'll also get notifications on what we're doing next week in our subsequent episodes. Go follow Stryder on his Twitter as well, Stryder_R6. But that's it from us for tonight. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll see you later.
Thanks, guys. Catch ya.
London is in the chaos. Private armies have taken the streets, and organised crime has grabbed the whole city by the butt.
Faces on, guns out.
You need to build a resistance. Recruit anyone in the whole city. Welcome to the resistance.